you guys. Hi, hi. Gonna move to the library today. We're gonna actually the book club library. Book club library. Have a different one. Hi, Dave. I haven't seen you in so long. Hi. Hello, hello. Uh-oh. We have Dawn here right there. She's like behind the floofy hair. Oops. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's set some stuff up. Also, hi Warren! What do you mean I'm yapping? I'm always yapping. It's my natural territory and my natural habitat of yappa. Yappa. Hi, Chaoxix! Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome! Welcome in. Welcome to the second session of the book club. I'm going to we have
the hair
everybody
back
in
the box.
Push to talk. Not the books! Ah! Nah. Alright, we're going once I start summarizing all the chapters and stuff, we're gonna be in a little bit serious mode, so I won't be stopping for readings and stuff. I will be keep reading. Just FYI, we're gonna focus on that and keep the book club going. Glad to be back! How have you been? How have you been? You've been missing! You've been missing! Wow, 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 wow. Ah! I got in squished. Oh, I've been busy but good. Busy, good is good. I'm glad. I'm glad the good part there. That's what's important. The good part. Being busy. Busy is life is really busy. Life is a busy bee. A busy bee. But I'm happy you're doing well, Dave. That makes me happy. Alright, we're gonna start on our book club. This is the second session. Let me make myself a little bit smaller because I'm kind of... My hair is too big for Dawn. I keep covering her!
I'm being smothered.
Sorry. I'm sorry! I'm sorry. Don't worry, I did shampoo. It smells good in there. Shampoo condition. It's good stuff. Alright, so we are going to be starting our pretty much first book club. The other one was an introduction to the book club. And this time we are actually overviewing books. We're doing the Crystal Shard. This is what the book we've been reading. This book is by R.A. Salvatore. Salvatore. I'm really bad at pronunciation, so please excuse me. So our assignment for this book, we would take notes on... Oh my gosh. Thank you, Michan! Thank you for the ride! Welcome in, welcome in! Thank you, thank you! Are you gonna be joining for book club, Michan? Welcome to the magical library! Hello, hello, everybody! Hello, Michan's chat. Hi, hi! If this is a trick to get people to read books words more, it'll probably work. It is a trick. You have fallen for it. You have fallen for my trap! Bwahaha. Well, it's cozy reading books. It's cozy. It's very cozy.
And here I am.
Hi, Michan! Welcome in! Thank you so much for the ride! That was very sweet of you.
You're welcome, Cindy.
If you guys
You're
haven't,
welcome,
please...
as I promised. I planned this entire time.
No, I really
it.
appreciate it. Thank you. If you guys haven't,
You're
please go
welcome.
follow Michan. Lovely Michan is in the chat right now. We have also Dawn is streaming with us. You go give a follow to Dawn as well. And
Yeah,
we have
I was
Nick.
thinking
Nick is
about-
not streamer though. But go follow Nick! Just go follow Nick!
I rated her, I think this week when she had Happy
Don't.
Day. I think, was it right?
Okay,
No,
don't
wait,
follow
that was
Nick.
wrong.
What,
No,
me?
I think I rated her at some point
Dawn!
when I
Huh?
saw her. Yes, I rated her. She's cute and adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Dawn, you
Oh,
hear that?
yeah, you
Cute and
did, you did.
adorable.
Now she's listening to me.
It is.
Aww.
Dawn doesn't bite either. I confirmed.
I mean,
So
I
that.
don't bite it neither, but maybe a little bite. Maybe a little bite.
Maybe a little bite.
Don't lie, I bite.
Yes.
Dawn bites, okay. I was trying to make you the nice light here, Dawn.
Shouting out to Vtuber Rococo chan.
No, yes, I'm very nice. I would never do such a thing. Trust me, bro.
There, everyone that's chat. Thank you, Braxton. Appreciate it. Follow everyone at
Thank
this
you,
point. Exactly.
Braxton.
Thank you.
I'm just being here and watching the stream.
The very first person that fell for the trap is Rococo herself. But oh, because Horwick pretty much set the trap.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. Sounds like something you do.
Good. That's okay.
We have 2 Horwicks here. It's okay.
It's fine, but there could be only one.
Uh-oh. Could only be
Only
one.
one. No.
One's just like sneaking behind Nick on the screen.
It is. It is.
There we go. I'm gonna push you guys to the side a little bit too, so you can put. We're gonna put you on the couch. Ah, there we go. Oh, I can put you guys on the couch. There we go. That works. That's better. You guys get the comfy couch. Alrighty, you guys. So we just started Michan, so you're just in time. We were gonna start on the
Yeah,
chapters.
I just waited to you until you were alive to join the fray, to bring my people to your stream.
I'll
'Cause I said
appreciate
that.
it, Ichan. You didn't have to do that,
You're
but I
welcome.
really appreciate it.
No, I am always doing that. I just
Make-
wanna try to be nice.
No, I appreciate it. It's very sweet of you. Make sure you get some drinking. I know you've been streaming for long. I've been working on your stream. Get some stretches and stuff.
I know. Yeah, I mean, that's
Alright.
why I only played, like, I think, for nearly 4 hours and then only watched videos. I mean, I could have played another game in the meantime. But no.
YouTube watching is it's a trap. It's too addicting.
Yeah,
It's like a
especially when I'm watching about a certain streamer, of course. Very mean to others, you know, like current stuff going on.
Yeah, you gotta get out of the
Don't let them
negative
corrupt you.
algorithm.
You have
Yeah.
to be safe. No, you have to
Well,
be drama free.
I don't wanna. I'll look at the tea. I see that's some tea right there, and then I move on. I go, that's some tea
Oh,
right there, and I
no.
move on. That's how you go. That's how you do it. Cause we're curious. Humans curious, okay? Even hair is curious, okay? They're like, what's going on? And then they're like, okay. And then I'm gonna get out of this situation. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. They're like, alright, I'm not getting involved. Tanga train time, circle time. No, couch time. Couch. Alright, we're gonna start. So, I did write some notes, but I didn't get to finish doing all the chapters for the notes. I have like overall, I wanted to do like chapter summaries.
I know that's totally not going to work for me.
Chapter summary though, like I spent like an hour on like a paragraph
The
on
thing
each
is,
Yeah.
on each chapter.
Not alive. There was like a couple of chapters who was like extremely long, and then a couple of them who was like only a couple of sides.
well, that's not even a problem for me. The thing is, I have the whole story in my head, the overarching total, but I don't have it split down into chapters inside my head. I can't tell you this happened in that chapter or that chapter. I just know it happened.
Yeah, I had the same thing. We were like,
but
oh, I'm
it's
going to
like-
go through this chapter by chapter. I was like, I don't remember what happened in what chapter.
Exactly, I
Funny
have no
thing is,
idea.
I actually also kind of forgot who some of the characters who. But I remembered. Oh, Riggis, this is this little draw, like the draw, you know, this
Yeah,
guy
the
who's
drift.
actually fishing, the fourth spokesman for the Draven folk, and such. And then he retired at some point.
In reality, there's only 3 main characters. The rest are all just different kinds of MacGuffins to get the story going.
Ah, so they are still like kind of separated from each other until they're meeting them at some point.
Exactly, we're kinda at the stage, I think, where they're all gonna meet up and actually build the party. Actually, 4 characters if you count the villain.
Oh
But
yeah.
yes, other
that
than those
one
4
who got
characters-
betrayed from the others.
Yeah, except for those 4 characters, there really aren't... There isn't all that much to say about the other characters. They're just there for like half a chapter to drive the story along.
Yeah. The other thing is that on one of my viewers, when I mentioned that book, who wanted to know what I'm reading or what we are book reading for the book club, he said that from the Forgotten Realms, the crystal shot from that line is actually from a trilogy. So there's
It is from a
probably more
trilogy.
parts from that.
Yes.
Yes,
It
there
is
is.
a trilogy. So this is the
Nice.
first book. Like I said, we
Yeah.
were going to start slow because we do have new readers. I am a newbie. I did read like the Twilight series before, like a long time ago.
Wait, that Twilight series with
The what?
Jacob and
Yeah, Edward.
oh god, yeah, yeah. I remember back then
way.
also like new to the movie. Yeah, Team Jacob or Team Edward.
Shiny Vampire or Hairy Werewolf, great.
Well, Jacob, I think Jacob's sweet, but I wasn't very happy with the imprinting from him. But anyway,
mean the
off topic here.
Interpretation
Going off
from the book
topic
to the people. I
Off
understand.
topic,
Okay.
off topic. So, I'm a new reader. We do have new readers here that want to get interested into reading, and this is the first staple point to read faster. So, because I am also dyslexic, it's kind of hard to things go backwards in my head, and it's I have to like read things like over and over and over. So it actually took me 3 hours to do 1 chapter in the beginning. So if you guys think you're struggling, it's okay. Everybody starts somewhere at reading. And for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm at 30 minutes at the chapter instead of 3 hours. So I really cut it, which I'm really
It's okay.
proud of myself. I got a little bit further. So at first I was like, how am I supposed to get through this? I'm like, Horwick does a chapter in like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, something
Yeah.
like that. He reads in it, and I'm
Yeah,
like, oh
it
my
was
goodness.
kind of for me also like beginning like when I started to read like the first chapters beginning from last week again. It was so slow, but then I started like reading on a daily basis at least 2 chapters. On another day I read it like 3 chapters, and so going on. So and here we are. I have reached chapter 16 so far.
Yes, you should be at the page of chapter 16. So, if you guys have not reached that, I'm pretty sure 100% that everybody in this call has, which I'm glad. You guys doing good. We did half the book in a month. So, chapters 1 through 15 is half of the Crystal Shard. And we're starting out, usually book clubs, they'll do 1 book or 2 books a month. So that's a normal book club kind of thing. So we're starting out slow. We'll also be doing the other half of the book is going to be the next time we meet up. You'll be reading the next half. And then when you guys feel comfortable enough to be doing a book a month, then we can start on doing a book a month. This is a trilogy, so we'll have a continuation from the Crystal Shard. So you'll get your Crystal Shard fixin'. All right, so I'm gonna start on describing all the chapters, and this is not only for us. So we have like an overview of kind of what happened, because I think we did have like a big pause. I'm not sure how fast people read. If you read really fast, then the book kind of went like really, probably in a couple of weeks you read like half the book, or I don't know how, it depends on how fast you read. So it might be a good, like, a little refresher on what's going on in the book. Hello, Senor Mango! Reading becomes easier when, with a pen in hand, start highlighting important sentences. Yeah, I do an e-reader, so, I think we have Nick use a physical book, right? Mi-chan does...
Yeah, I'm
digital?
reading it over the online server, like from the site you have sent it me. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think you should put it on your phone. I can give you we can like sort out a file for you, so you can put it on your phone, so you can have it like, so you can read when you're waiting for a bus, or if you're waiting for something, or maybe you're waiting for cooking. Those are nice and cozy. Or if you want to sit on a couch, because I don't know, I think having it on like
I
a
would
web page.
never read on a computer.
I'm
like
reading
those
it on my PC.
No,
But
I like those
honestly,
portable
I find-
devices. It's just nicer.
But not gonna lie, I actually found a pace like in the time, mostly mornings when I woke up, if I have nothing, when I saying, yeah, now you're gonna read, and then you read until you are finished. Setting up comfy music in the background, and then it's working.
And get a nice tea. Make it a cozy session. Yeah, that's the thing. Make it cozy. Make it a you time,
Yeah.
There's chaos everywhere. You have like a you time for you to,
Chaos.
have a nice tea or something nice hot to drink. Get cozy.
I had soda.
If it's
Yeah,
cold,
Coca-Cola.
blankie, just on the couch, just kind of comfy up. I like when reading becomes easier when pen and hand highlighting. Yeah, I have a highlight for the. I have a. This is the Kobo. I have a Kobo here for e-reader, and it has a highlighting function. You can also put notes on each page. Actually, I have some pictures of it as well. Also, I'd like you guys to take photos of you guys reading.
Still have to do that.
Yeah, you need to. I took some photo. I have a new case too from my Kobo, but if you guys like to share some photos, but we'll do this afterwards. I'm gonna do a little overview first, so we can focus on the story, and then we'll talk about all the little fun photos and different other things I want to discuss. I like reading most when someone else is reading to me. I do like that, though. I do like listening to, little podcasts, or, listening to people read is nice as well. I agree with that. But I think reading it yourself, it does help your mind. A little it gives your mind a little, some push-ups, get your brain muscles going. It helps you have good reading comprehension, because you're kind of playing a little movie inside your head. All right, so we're gonna start with the prologue. So we have I have notes on the chapters. but I have tried to do a summary for each chapter. Sadly, I could not finish all of them. So we do have some like AI summaries. You'll see. I'll place them in just to have a little overview of everything that we have. But here is stuff that I have written up. So we have the prologue. We have the demon Arutro. Introduced asking for Talahaz, and Talahaz is he has a little demon minion. This is in the beginning of the prologue, and he's expecting news of the shard of the relic called Krinshinbon. So the shard in the crystal shard is called the Krinshinbon.
Krinshinbon, yeah.
Krinshinbon. We're just serving 7 liches who created the crystal shard with evil magics. So you have these 7 liches came around creating this crystal shard. And this is a prologue. An evil that is fed with flourished, off which the purveyors of good considered most precious, the light of the sun. So the Krinshinbon provides it's fed basically from the sunlight, is what we know of, and creating the crystals consumed all of the 7 liches. It pushed the demon back to where it lived in the abyss. So basically, from Iruto was serving these 7 liches, and once it was created, the Krinshinbon, it pushed that Iruto guy, the demon, back into the abyss. He basically got abolished by the crystal.
Wasn't that the angel, Aldemenera?
This is from what I wrote. This was a one-on-one quote from the book that he got pushed back from when it got created. He got pushed back where he thought it was destroyed, but it was not. He could sense a crystal tower trail from the shard centuries later. He was banished getting close to the shard. So this is when he was banished.
No, it's even there. Look at your own notes.
Yeah, no. This is before. He was banished.
No. He was... Look, your own words. He was banished from getting close to the shard by Aldemenera.
Yeah, but he was pushed back when he was the shard was created. Can you let me lead? Thank you.
Oh.
Anyway, let me read and then we can discuss. So creating a crystal consumed all 7 liches, pushed back to where they lived, the abyss, where he thought it was destroyed, but it was not. He can sense a crystal tower trail from the shard centuries later. He was banished from getting close to the shard by Aldemejar, an angelic being. Aldemejar could not destroy the crystal. It burned his hands, and he threw it across the plains of existence, and it landed in the Forgotten Realms, in a bowl-shaped dwell in the tundra, waiting for someone to control it. So Krinshinbon was waiting. It's waiting. It's basically this evil mass of magic from 7 liches. But I did write down... I mean, if you want to have like a talking point, did he get pushed away while he was with the crystal, getting it created? Or did Demetria also push him away? For chapter 1 was introducing a castle and traveling wizards of the Icewind Dale. So this is when we get to meet a new main character called Akar. So so we have basically the Forgotten Realms is part of the D&D campaign, so Icewind Dale, and this area is a part of the 10 towns. So we'll have like the introduction of the 10 towns. We have a car traveling with from Lucasan to the 10 towns. Mordecai the Red is someone he had murdered during that traveling. He died by his apprentice. And it was basically, he was kind of pushed into killing Mordecai, his basic leader, or, you know, old persons. One second. But yeah, he was basically pressured into killing Mordecai by these wizards. He's promising to become a wizard himself. He was only basically a servant. So that was most of chapter 1. I do have a more detailed summary if you'd like. Or would we just want to do basic summaries?
It's up to you.
Up to you. You are the master. You are the guide
If
master.
you need a summary of a car, it's basically that the Wizard Guild is traveling to Bryn Chunder, which is the big-ass trade hub. And there is a rivalry going on between the wizards of the guild. Each of the high wizards is assigned a coat of color. Mordecai is the red, and the other wizards are scheming to murder Mordecai. And the easiest way to do this is to go through his apprentice, a Car, who's got somewhat of a complex because he's no good at magic. And he always wanted to be a wizard, and he thought that this was his best opportunity to get there. So he betrayed the only person that actually took care of him, which was his master, Mordecai the Red. After he killed him, he was abandoned in the chasm, left to die.
Exactly. They went to a little hotel or actually it was more like a tavern to
somewhere
retreat.
in the town, was it?
Mm-hmm. And that's where he backstabbed his basically his master who was teaching him. And the only reason was because that he was promised to be a wizard and be on the table of the Wizards Guild. So basically, he was used to kill his own master. Nick wrote the ensuing burst of power had hurled Erutu back to the abyss. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the power of the Crinchini Bond pushed him back.
Yeah.
It wasn't the angel that demolished. Crinchini is basically an entity of its own. He just he basically
It's got a thirst for conquest.
Yeah, he does not like Erutu because he's too the demon's too powerful.
The origin story is pretty simple. You had 7 Lishs that wanted to craft the ultimate magical artifact, and they didn't realize that the artifact had a mind of its own. And as part of the creation process, it basically absorbed all of the Lishes.
Alright, we're going to move on to chapter 2 summary. So we have the new character introduced, and that's the Halfling. We have Halfling Regis. This is, Regis is kind of like... He's kind of like a selfish, in my my presentation of Regis is he's a selfish little guy. He kind of does his thing. What interests him? He's not a bad guy, but he's out for himself, for anything that he can like money or anything like that. But he's not actually he's not gonna go out and actually harm somebody. He's lazy. He's He's lazy.
He wants
He's lazy.
he wants
yeah.
success and he wants it fast and easy. That's why he
Yeah.
goes for whatever is easy.
Yeah,
So-
like for fishing or being the spokesman.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
He wiggles his way into whatever position is comfortable.
I don't
Yeah.
actually think he wants it fast. I think he don't care whether he's fast or not.
As long as it's easy, yes.
he just wants a easy win. He's
Yeah,
he
I
just
wanna also
he's
easy
out
life
for
like him.
himself. But the thing is, I find with Regis, because he seems very accepting of people. Like, it's not like he doesn't have good characteristics, but I find that he's like the anti-hero in my personal opinion.
I don't know.
Like anti-heroes is pretty much where he's not doing things for heroic things.
He's a thief. He's got, quick hands and he knows how to use them.
But he sought good in drows, which is something interesting that we'll be going into. But we have the new introduced characters, having Regis running away from the Guildmaster of the Thieves to the Ice Dale. His Guildmaster is Pook, and you can see him fishing in this chapter. He's fishing on the lakes, and you kind of see him playing around with a little red ruby that he stole from his guildmaster, and so he's running away to the Icedale to be a scrimshander. Scrimshander is like the bones from the fish. It's like very useful, and you can make them into jewelries, and
He's a carver.
Yeah, he's a carver. But yeah, it's basically a trout. The fish, the fish bones. It's like it's very it's what's the market in the 10 towns. Regis was a part of the British Downers Council. A spokesman. Arguments over fishing territories was on the committee for the monopoly on the South Marketplace. And Regis only became a part of the council because nobody else wanted to. And he doesn't really do anything at the council. He kind of just goes there and just kind of listens. He's not doing too much. So Drist was also introduced. Dark Elf. So Drist is the main character of the Crystal Shard. And the funny thing is, the Crystal Shard was meant to be a one-off book. It wasn't meant to be a trilogy. So Dritz kind of unironically became like the main character, which is kind of funny. So the author didn't really have he didn't really think of this being the main character. It
Well, the
just kind
thing
of
about
happened.
Trist is that he features in so much media. First it was this one book, then it became popular, then they wrote 2 more, made a trilogy, then the trilogy was over and the story arc was done, then it was popular enough that they made 4 more books featuring him, with different stories, and then he got featured in the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance video games, and yeah.
You are a bad guy,
Oh.
that does not mean you are the bad guy.
Time to play Dark Alliance.
Yes, and it's multiplayer.
Yeah, this media, I mean, like the Crystal Shard it's in Baldur's Gate. It's in a lot of different media. It's very iconic. It's a very iconic book. This is in the 80s, and like a 1980s book. So, and they have the introduction as well. When you read before the prologue, you have him talking about his D&D group, who basically reread the book over for him and kind of helped him kind of write the book. Not really write the book, but like kind of correct things in the book to see if it sounded right. So I think that's kind of really wholesome, because it kind of has his his whole D&D group, and him helping out with all the book contents. Oh, but yeah, that you are the bad guy, that doesn't mean you are the bad guy. It's an anti-hero. You could say like Deadpool is, you know, he does stuff for himself, but he, you know, he helps out sometimes. But he's doing stuff for himself, you know what I mean? That's why I call it the anti-hero, because he's not really like heroic all the time, unless he feels like it's good for him, you know. If it's good for him, he's not like trying to be mean to people though. It's just he's in it for himself. That's how he said. He's in it for himself. So Dritz is introduced in this chapter. In chapter 2, we have Dritz is 200 years old. He's a dark elf. Lived underground, living only 5 years on the surface. So he's only been on the surface in chapter 2 for 5 years. So you see him getting attacked by 2 brown yetis while walking through Icewind Dale. Brunnar is introduced after this, and he saves Dritz by chopping the yeti with his axe. Oh, that was a disgusting read. I was like, black.
I kind of liked the way it was worded, because Driss was like this supposedly battle-hardened warrior, and then he comes up there and he literally gets his head smacked in by 2 yetis, and Bruno is just like, smack, done. Easy.
Yeah, I kind of thought of the same.
Yeah, it's also very much element of surprise from the Yeti side, and he let his guard down. And it really shows that the tundra is an incredibly dangerous place, I think.
Yeah, exactly, because
big, it's snowy, it's cold.
Yeah, exactly, because it's also he's been on there for like what 5 years, and from what we know is that Dritz is very skilled in battle.
He's quick on the uptake. Let's put it this way. He starts off not knowing something, but he's really quick to acquire knowledge.
Also, thank you, Julian. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, one of my favorite books. Oh, I'm glad you could join in then, Nellian. We're only on, we have finished chapters 1 through 15. We are a beginner book club, so we have a lot of beginners in here, and that's we're starting off slow. Which is, it's just gonna be a perfect mix. We're gonna be doing one book every month. Later, we're gonna do the other half of Crystal Shard next month. Wreck-It Ralph is a good movie. I like it. Okay, so
That was random.
Yeah, that's Braxton. Is random.
Bruh, how many? I'm old.
Okay, so we have the introduction of Bruno, and he is seen saving Dritz. He chopped that. He was chopping the Yeti. He did a chop.
Lightning dies.
And then we have a little introduction of a figurine that Dritz is holding, and Bernard. He examines the figurine and says his name is Grunjar. We don't know what that means yet. We'll figure it out soon. So in chapter 3, this is a really detailed one. This one I had to reread a little bit because this is like the introduction of all the barbarian tribes, and that's a lot of information. So chapter 3 is like a lot of information on the barbarians, the different tribes, how their, way of life is, and, the mannerisms, and it's like, what they grew up with a little bit. You have a little, detail, some information on that, which is interesting. But yeah, we have introducing of the barbarian tribes. So I detailed a little bit about this. They have a meeting in the middle of the tundra at the middle of the tundra.
Yeah.
Go
In
ahead.
one of the inns, I have meeting them each other. I forgot its name. Yeah.
It is called the mead hall. It's a mead hall, and
Yeah,
it's called the
yes.
Hengrot, where food and drinks were shared in toast to the temples. The temples is the god of battle. So they worship Templos, the god of battle.
Tempest, yes.
Tribe of the Elk was the last to arrive to the meeting. Hengrot for the barbarians to pull all their differences aside. Held in the meeting were the tribes. Tribe of the Elk was led by Heathstag. Heathstag's a major character that you'll be seeing a lot. He's a one-eyed, red-headed, 7-foot or 213 centimeter tall barbarian. He was a big barbarian.
Yup,
And we
big
have
bushy dude that smacks your head in.
Barbarian
Bro.
Smash.
Bro looks like the JoJo character. When I read that, like the introduction to the Barbarian Kings, I thought I would be like in a JoJo anime then.
JoJo.
Instead of Crusaders.
Dude, now I can't not imagine that.
No.
See the thing? I had a completely different picture of Heathstag in my head, but now every line I read, I will be reminded of this.
Lovely. Thank you, Michan.
You're welcome. Oh no.
All right. We have. Where's? Let me get my notes. Okay, the next one is we have the leader of that was Halfdane is the tribe of the bear, and we don't get to see very much of him. No spoilers. Bjorg, leader of the wolf, is another main character. Heathstag and Bjorg are pretty main contenders here. King Bjorg is robust. His blonde locks. He's blonde. Got blonde locks. Beard fading to white. So he got some ombre look. Very, very, trendy. And his lines etched into his tanned, weathered face, kind of like, that I don't know why it always makes me think of like the truck drivers, the sun damage, like just the etched in face. I'm trying to do modern terms here, modern terms in my brain. So he has a tan, weathered face. And most of the barbarians are out in the sun, so they all have this weathered skin look to them because they're all fighting in... they're always in the sun. Got that barbarian look. The barbarians despise 10 townspeople. So, the reason barbarians despise the 10 townspeople is they're, basically 10 towns is just, it's just a marketplace kind of thing for all the fishing villages. There's the fishing villages, and then you have the main area where you do the market trade for all, basically where you get all your money from. And this traditional kind of life where, for barbarians is like, they don't understand it and they don't like it.
Well, the barbarians are the original people of the tundra. They are the ones that always lived there. They're nomadic folks. They move from one spot to another, and they live only for the thrill of combat. And then there's 10 towns, those 10 little towns that have been established to work the fishing trade. And they are basically the invaders, you could say. They are the ones that settled there, and you could liken it to Native Americans and the British building colonies, you know what I mean?
Oh no.
On medieval terms.
Yeah.
Medieval terms. Makes sense. So we have Bjorg, who bring basically an outsider to this Hingrot, where all the barbarians meet. It's a meat hall. And he bring over D. Bernens, a dark-haired non-barbarian tribesman, a southerner who the barbarians loathe, like Horik said. The southerner held information on the 10 towns, so they could use it to conquer. He was a leverage for Bjorg. Bjorg brought this southerner in. Bjorg wanted to rule and conquer the 10 towns to help his people acquire luxury and abandon the barbarian ways. He wanted to abandon the barbarian ways. He wanted change. He wanted his people to, you know, basically be modern day mafia, where, you know, you take money from like the people and they live good.
No sharks, I think, right? Just like in
What?
Yakuza.
Yeah, like,
no,
probably like the
just like in
Yakuza.
Yakuza.
Basically, if you put this like in a modern term.
Modern? You mean 80s?
No, well, I mean, Yakuza's still going, but
No,
they're just old.
Yakuza was back then in the 80s.
Yeah, but they're still going. There's just old men.
Yeah, but they have
Well, I mean,
dwindled
like
down way much.
Yakuza makes me think of the mafia, so like it's the same kind of thing.
It's
But
the
they
same
just take
thing.
money
Imagine
from-
barbarians, you know, charging protection money,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes, they want all of the money from all the trades and stuff, and
They
rule
want to
the
live
10
off the
towns.
resources.
Yeah, they want to rule the 10 towns and everybody else work, and they kind of like, you know, get, you know,
Oh
money.
no.
Well, technically that's not true. The only one that wants that is Bjork. Heavestag only wants the fight.
Oh yeah, that's why you bring them in.
Mm.
But most of the barbarians, if they're going to be ruling, but yeah, it would end up that way. But he needed to convince the barbarians of the plan. Heavestag and the Borg are rivals. Heavestag only invested in personal glory. Thank you for the hydrate. That's a good idea. After I read this chapter summary, we're going to have a short break, you guys. Make sure you get some tea, some drinks, stretch a little bit. And then we're gonna continue the rest in a bit. Mass hydrate, yes,
Put
mass
the
hydrate.
hair back in the box.
Got soda in the box. But Heavestag and Borg are rivals. Heavestag was only invested in personal glory. He wanted the fight, and was an initial barbarian to convince, as others would follow his suit. Heavestag was pretty much the big macho. If others would follow him, from what he would say, because he was trustworthy. He kind of knew what he was doing. He had a reputation of bringing down other barbarian kings, like the Bear tribe. He bring down one of the fathers from the Bear tribe as well. So he's kind of the big macho. Borg stated the initial idea to Heavestag before the initial meeting of the Hengrot, which led Heavestag on a march. He did a battle march with his tribe to march on to the temples. A song to show strength in the battle. So you have Heavestag showing up to the Hengrot, singing with his people. They'd be singing in this battle song, and when they sing to the battle song, you would have other barbarians that need to like kind of sing with him, but you would have to, you know, one of the barbarian tribes would have to like overpower them, so they have to figure out, it's like a battle of voices. So leading them to him to be the last one arrived for the big arrival of Heavestag was a part of it in front of all the tribes. He said he planned being the last one to arrive, so he can feel like he's, you know, he can show off to the other tribesmen that he's the big macho, right? He's kind of showing his place as the big leader.
Dog.
Yeah. Or is he's the big wolf? The big wolf.
Yeah, I told you, I have a big dog.
Big dog. So you have the tribe of the wolf, Baroque. He would kind of try to battle Stag in song, and in the end, they said that they had a tie because they wanted to be on the same terms. Where's my notes? So Stag noticed the Bernanzan, which is the southerner, was there, and he was introduced, and Bernanzan was coached to show no fear towards the other barbarians. So he had to really stand his ground and not be feared by them, so they would be accepted, because they don't want the southerner with the barbarians. They call him weak, and that they're that he's trying to overpower the barbarians, maybe with kind of some cunning ideas or something. So yeah, Stag wasn't trusting of Bernanz at first, but he was the big brains for this plan to take over the 10 towns. So they had to make sure that they conquer the 10 towns before winter hit. So their plans would be on the way. Stag accepted the Bernanz, and Bernanz also had to tell the reason why he wants to be a part of this plan is that he wants comfort in a high position, and that's his trade-off for helping conquer the 10 towns. All right, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll be back to read a little overview of chapter 4, and maybe we do a little bit faster on review, because we are an hour in. Question for you guys: what's a good meeting time for you? Is 2 hours okay for a book club meeting? Since this is our first official.
If you want to fit this in 2 hours, you gotta speed up.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. If I should
Godspeed, my dear. Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Oh.
Well, then I will just continue reading each summary, and then we will just kind of speak about it afterwards for talking points. Is that a good idea?
That's fine. If I was to sum up the book, I would be done in 5 minutes. It's very, very bare bone.
I know, but I wanted a detailed information for the chapters, especially because it might been some time since it was read. Hi, Rococo.
True, but you can basically sum up every chapter in 1 or 2 sentences. I feel like I did that on mine. I have my own summary sitting here side by side. I've got my own notes, and I feel like there's at most 2 sentences to take away plot-wise for every chapter, because most of it is the way they voice it, describing environments and other stuff that is actually not that important towards the plot.
I can understand that. I kind of liked a little bit of the detailed representation, because if there are people that have not listening in, a little detail on each character would be a good way to see how they represent each one, of what's going on, and kind of the tribes and stuff. Of course, you could be tribe made up. They're gonna invade. I kind of understand that.
Basically.
I always get that visual from what was the top-rated anime before? Full Alchemist Brotherhood, where the buff guys just shake hand.
Oh yeah, Armstrong and the Smith guy.
Yeah, and I get that emotion, like, that's how I essentially memorized the entire thing. Like, the tribes, the leaders of the tribes meet up, they shake hand, let's rob the 10 towns.
Let's roll that
Yes!
10 times.
This is
Yeah,
basically it.
You kinda have remembered me that I have still to watch Brotherhood.
Brotherhood is
Full
good.
Metal.
That's a good one.
Yes, it's very
Yeah,
good.
I only watched like the original.
That's not the original, so Brotherhood is the original.
Wait, oh, so
Yeah, Brotherhood is the
the
original.
one is
It's based off
Brotherhood.
The manga came
Manga.
first, Brotherhood follows the manga,
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
first
okay.
Full Metal Alchemist show that aired was made up bullshit.
Yeah, I kind of feel that when I saw the Chimera. Is that you? I literally cried at that scene when I saw that. And I was kind of feeling displeased.
I would just skip the first anime, it's not good.
Okay.
Alright, you guys, we're gonna do a little break. And then I will try to speed it up a little bit.
It's okay, I will let
Okay.
you cheat sheet a bit in my notes if you want.
I'll
I
just
think
take
it's a good summary.
summary.
Okay, be
Summary.
right back.
Hmm?
Okie dokie.
See you guys in a bit, making drinks.
See ya.
I am back. Sorry about that. I got some drinks. I made some drinks.
Is
They were
everything
very spot on.
okay?
The raccoon said hi. What? Raccoon? What raccoon? Specific raccoon?
The purple one.
The purple one? Oh, it's the pin.
At least I'd assume.
Braxton said this. Yeah! Oh, Hidoki! Hi, Ben!
Nice, all fueled up with drinks.
One second. There we go. Yeah, we got some drinks. You guys get some drinks? Get some stretches and stuff? Alright.
I got some Coke.
Coke. I have Pepsi. Pepsi. Zero Pepsi. But yeah, I have the soda strums. Alright, we're going to continue with our overview. I'm gonna try and read through the summaries, and then we can get to all the questions and stuff afterwards. So you can just sit back and listen. You know, stay a while and listen. Alright, so for chapter 4, we have a car castle. Thrown down into the tundra. You see him thrown down into the tundra by the wizards that manipulated him, left to die freezing to death as they left him to the cold. He was left there, just nothing but the cold. He's too cold to cast magic to help him, and too hungry. So the wizard took their cavern back to Luskan. No intention on granting him title of the wizard. He used them to kill the Mordecai, his what do you call it? Nidor. Not getting the title of wizard, regretting killing his master Mordecai, Eldrick had left him in a bowl-shaped snow-filled depression. Remember in the prologue, the bowl-shaped depression? He tried hard, almost dead, felt the warmth. So he felt something warm in the snow. He dug because he was freezing. Freezing in that snow hole that he was left in. Dug and he felt the warmth as a square-sided icicle he found. So thankful for the warmth of the Crinchiniban. Crinchiniban is what he found. Waiting for its master, it's finally found one who can manipulate. So he could sense that a car was easy to manipulate. That Crinchiniban is full of 7 liches of the power. He's good at determining and predicting people. And he found a easy prey in a car, because he needs that crystal needs something to control. So waiting for its master, it finally found one it could manipulate and could use Kessel to control because of his weak will. Princhiniban is an instrument of destruction. The crystal brought him animals to prey on for food, and planted the idea of the castle into his head. So Kessel just kind of figured out that he can make things happen with this crystal. It's pretty powerful. It can bring food, and he starts thinking that, hey, I really want a castle. So the crystal provided it. Planted the idea of another crystal in its head, and it spawned the tower from the pieces of its power. The crystal tower calling itself the Crystal Triath. With multiple floors, the crystal told Akar many things in the night. He kind of planted ideas, dreaming of different things that, Akar could do. And the crystal is all about trying to destroy, conquer, and it wanted to... It needs somebody to do it, though. It needs somebody to... It's kind of like a genie, right? Genie that is all magical and all powerful, but it needs somebody to direct it,
It's a sentient piece of magic that needs a host to enact its will.
You know what makes me think of? Dawn. Dawn's the Kuchitibun!
Why?
Dude, I was literally saying that earlier.
That's her, that's her model. She's a genie crystal.
I didn't realize it when I was reading. When you start explaining the stars,
Yeah.
right? You're like, it was created by 7 warlocks. And I'm like, bro, this is like the evil version of my lore.
Oh boy.
I should have just said, we're reading about Dawn today.
I'm not exactly sure about her lore, but
I don't
why
have
does
to
she
write
need
my
a
lore.
host?
It's already written.
Yeah, it's already written. There we go. There. Just tell chat. It's already done. Because I know that was on your
Shard
list.
is practically the same thing.
You think you're being original? Nope, it's been done before.
It's been done before. It's so true. Every time.
Every time.
Every time. But yeah.
I'm just like, I'm off like, because this just. Oh wait, now Braxton's going. Wait. Because I was reading this too, and I was like, wait a minute. It's basically done. So the crystal told Akar many things in the night to push him in being a conqueror, bringing Akar to force a goblin tribe to servitude at his castle. That was it. The end of the chapter 4. So chapter 5, we have
Well, first, the crystal makes him establish Crystal Dirif, which is that crystal tower he lives in, and then he lures the goblin tribe in there.
yeah, that's what I said. I said that he bring up the castle.
No, you said it planted the idea of a castle in his head.
No, I said they made the castle. Can you let me do the chapters? Thank you.
Fine, I will say nothing and just listen.
I have to do 15.
Well, then you better pick up the pace.
I'm trying.
Less complaining, more reading. Chop,
I'm
chop.
not complaining. I'm trying to read. All right, you can criticize my summary later.
Okay, will do.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right, chapter 6. We're on chapter 5. We're not skipping chapters here. We see Brunor climbing the side of the known Brunor's climb. So he has his own little climbing area that the 10 Towns kind of named, because you see Brunor climbing the side of the mountain all the time. They call it Brunor's climb. Brunor often daydreams about his long-forgotten dwarven home, the Mithril Hall. Brunor is the eldest surviving member of his clan who has witnessed the treasure of the Mithril Hall long before humans of the barbarians came into the Iceland Dale. Dwarves had declined in numbers. Dwarves thrived when brine chandler sprout up with the fishing village and helping to fight off invaders. They did trade and forge weapons and armor for coin. Brunor wants to reclaim the dwarven glory. So that's one of his purposes, is trying to bring back the dwarven glory, the Mithril Hall that has been vanquished. They used to reign before the 10 Towns. But the Mithril Hall has to be, of course, recovered first. Brunor, though, through his climb for other reasons, to talk with Druids about an upcoming attack on the 10 Towns. And the barbarians would be conducting from what Druids said. 10 Towns would need to cooperate to survive and Regis was the key to reunite them together as he held a stone. So, told you before, he took this little ruby from Pook. He said his master had 12 similar ones, not known if they were magical, but one of them he possessed was. This was questioned by Regis, who would be gifted such a powerful stone. In reality, hinted he stole it. That could convince him otherwise. But yeah, Regis stole it from Pook. Stole a pretty stone from Pook. But he did not know it was magical. Regis, a halfling in control of the Lonelywood Council, Dritz made friends with when he first came to the 10 Towns. So when Dritz came to the 10 Towns, he made friends with Regis. Dritz often escorted, protected, and the halfling, and originally scared from the rumors, he saw Dritz for the good person he was. So that's why I like the bit about Regis, because he does like Dritz is this a drow. Pretty much everybody does not like drows because they're the race of the drows is very brutal to other races, and they're all like killers, and Dritz is not like that. He's not like that at all. Canterbury is introduced.
Mr. Nice Guy.
He's Mr. Nice Guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's just one of the rare guys that are drows that are really nice. I also actually have some pictures we can look at afterwards. We can see of Dritz, and I have one of Wolfgar and Bernor. They're like painted from the book that you guys can look at, so you can see. Mm-hmm. So Canterbury is introduced as a human girl that Bernor orphaned. She's briefly introduced. Just a little description. He basically she was orphaned in a raid on Tourmaline. Bernard took her in as his own child. Bernard is adorable.
Told you. He's literally the head of an orphanage.
He just takes people in. He's just really sweet. Alright. Chapter 6 is called Brian Shandor. It's all about a little bit more about the hubs of Brian Shelter and the council, and Regis is going to the council. Brian Shelter, a geographic hub and mixing pot of different merchants. Regis enters Brian Shandor to disclose information that Dritz announced of the barbarian attack. Since Regis is part of the city council for Lonelywood and holds a ruby that can influence others' will, he was given a task to set plans to protect themselves from the invasion that was the barbarians. Cassius is the leader of the Brian Shandor, and the main spokesman of all the 10 towns. Each town's leader was attending, who was very versatile in combat. So they all have a good combat way to protect all of the 10 towns. They're all good combat leaders. Camp of Targos was also sat at the head of the tribe of the table of the 10 towns. Meeting started when he dispute with the cities of Dormer Lugar of Karen Konig and Jensen. He was the leader. Yeah, sister Cologne started dispute with sister cities Dorian Lugar of Kare Konig and Jensen Brent of Kare Deneville on Lake Denshire. Argument on old documents that were rights of use for fishing. No one wanted to share anymore. Regis made a move to interrupt the fighting towns to get a word in, because everybody was they would do this every single council meeting, and Regis had to speak up so he can get the word in. Regis hit the gavel on the table to sustain order. Regis, being non-confrontational usually, had to do this. Only knew that the gym would help him be heard and understood. That's the reason he only spoke up, because he knew that he had the power to convince. Regis told about the 10 towns getting raided by the barbarians, and his friend the Drow told him this information. Of course, no one would hear him from here, and from the barbarians' raids that happened before, it wasn't as constructed. Because there was raids before, they didn't really care about it because it just happened. So they think that they don't have to prep for this. Camp of Targus must be accepting of the plans because he was the key of making this work so that the plans could work, so they could protect the 10 towns. Let me see. Drizzt said it would only take 10 seconds for him to Camp of Targus. So Regis has this gem, and he kind of shows it to somebody for about 10 seconds, and he can say what he wants and convince them to do what they want, and what he wants him to do. And from what I see when they do when he does the gem thing, like he takes it away, it's like they're not hypnotized anymore. It seems.
No, they stay hypnotized. They just aren't aware of it.
So they're not aware of it.
He needs to expose them to the Gem of Suggestion for a little bit, tell what he wants them to believe, and then he's done. He planted
So it
the idea.
doesn't like go away. It's an idea that gets planted. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we have chapter 7. This is like, okay, and these are AI summaries. This one for chapter 7. Let me see.
Well,
They
now
could,
I'm
like-
curious how good they sum it up.
Yeah. I mean, they do like actual tiny sections, so they can go. So instead of a huge detailed chapter summary, they can go opening scene: a massive horde of barbarians, warriors across the tundra, chanting a battle hymn and driven by bloodlust. Then it's Drizzt's perspective. Drizzt Do'Urden watches and approaches chaos from Kelvin's Cauldron with his half-winged companion, Regis, who is serving as a reluctant messenger. And then Drizzt's prediction. Drizzt predicts the barbarians will attack at dawn and instruct Regis to warn Bruno and Cassius. Drizzt stealthily enters the barbarian camp, gather intelligence on their battle plans discussed by Great King Heathstag and D. Barnuns. So this is where Grunnar is introduced. The little figurine that I told you about. Well, he's his little he's his friend. So he's a little friend. It's like a little summoning stone. Noticing approaching guards, Drizzt uses Panther Companion, Grunnar, to create a diversion and escaped unnoticed. Then Drizzt returns to warn the 10 towns defenders, meeting Bruno, who is preparing for the imminent attack. Then the chapter explores themes of duty, camaraderie, and the struggle between chaos and the order, highlighting Drizzt's commitment to protect his allies. I mean, that's the AI summary.
I mean, what to really take away from that chapter is mostly Guinewar's backstory.
Yeah, they didn't. That's the thing. So the AI did not really summarize like the backstory, because you get the backstory on this one, and
It's
then
mostly about the Panther Companion.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It
You
also
see the
explains how
love.
the summoning
The
works.
love of exactly the summoning. It's like from a different plane.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah, AI summary sucks.
I'm not a big fan of the summary of that. Yeah.
I think for me the best part about the chapter was basically how the summoning works. It kinda introduces this other plane of existence, like a spirit plane of sorts.
Prompted
Where-
a Panther Companion.
Yeah, we're all... We don't even know
Exactly.
how that plane gets to be populated. Is this supposed to be some afterlife kind of thing? It's not explained at all. But it's a spirit realm kind of thing. where the Panther spirit lives whenever he's not present in the, physical plane. And it's explained how he's hunter there and how proud he is of hunting. And then he feels that magnetic pull that Drizzt is calling him, and then he can basically shift from one plane to another and take material form. A little later, I'm not sure if it's in the same chapter, so you also get the backstory of how he came to be with Drizzt. I think that chapter was just a summoning.
I think this was a summoning. But I think
it was split in two, if I remember correctly. That chapter was just summoning.
Yeah, I think it was just a summoning. The other one has a bit more detail.
The other one was the origin story.
Okay, that's why the AI gets a pass on that one.
Yeah.
The AI gets a pass on. Okay. All right, so we have the next chapter would be chapter 8. So they basically, the tribesmen came in. The barbarians came in, they started making camp outside. Drizzt went to investigate with his little panther buddy, almost got caught.
But he came away with the whole fucking invasion plan.
Yeah, you listened to the plan.
So the 10-town community was prepared and could set traps.
Let's see, chapter 8. Okay. This one doesn't have like a tiny summary for chapter 8 for this. Summary. In this chapter of the Crystal Shard, I love this. Summary. In this Crystal Shard, we witness the clash between the barbarian horde and the force of the 10 towns. I feel like this is an episode.
This sounds like the intro to a TV show. Last time on the Crystal Shard.
Primarily forcing on the skirmish in the Tourmaline and the ensuing chaos of Brian Chandler. It always makes me think of a person. The chapter opens with the Horde, led by the barbarian King Halfdane, stealthily advancing towards the Tourmaline under the command of Die Bernenzen. We don't like Die Bernenzen. We don't like him. As they approach, they harbor the anticipation of an easy victory, expecting to enjoy the spoils from the wealthier towns of 10 towns. However, the situation takes a dark turn when Halfdane is killed by the Argowal, a defender of the Tourmaline, leading to a rapid counterattack by the inhabitants of the 10 towns. The ambush is swift and brutal as the town's defenders emerge from the hiding, overwhelming the unsuspecting barbarians. Regis, a halfling caught in the chaos, faces a moral dilemma as he tries to navigate to the fight while keeping himself safe. He eventually confronts Die Bernanzen, a traitor posing as a town's militia member. After a tense encounter, Regis cleverly uses a ruby pendant to distract Die Bernanzen. You're getting sleepy. No, getting sleepy. And knocks him out with a mace.
Well, basically, he was like, stop. And he literally stopped in his tracks. And then he just knocked him out with a mace.
Stop, break it down.
I really liked that scene. That was really funny.
Yeah, he's like about to get his head bashed, and he's like, no, stop. And he's like, nothing. And then it's just like, schmack, done.
Bring it down.
The best part was how he goes full on snail mode, and then he's like, oh, I'm scared, and then he hides under a dead body.
I know! He hid under the dead body after that. Oh my gosh. Allowing him to escape the immediate danger. Meanwhile, the main force of the the AI doesn't say about him hiding under a dead body.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the main force of the barbarian horde is marching on Brian Chandler. Unaware of the losses suffered by their comrades, Hestag and Borg, leading different tribes, expect an easy fight against the defenders. But they're met with fierce resistance. The defenders, strengthened by the presence of the seasoned warriors, including Brunnar and his dwarves, inflict heavy casualties on the barbarians, causing chaos in their ranks. I was so happy when Brunnar arrived. Amid the fighting, Drizzt confronts a Hestag in a showdown. Both warriors display remarkable skills as they clash. After a fierce battle, Drizzt managed to injure Hestag gravely. but not without suffering injuries himself, leading to both warriors collapsing from their wounds. Defenders of the 10 Towns rally, pushing the barbarian horde back to suffering significant losses in their struggle. By the end, the numbers of fallen barbarians have far outweighed those from the 10 Towns, marking a hard-fought victory for the locals. After the dust settles, Brunor shows mercy to a young, unconscious barbarian. Recognize it is orphanages continues.
Yeah.
More babies for more children. Recognizing the boy's potential for change. Join my orphanage.
Yeah.
He spares the youth and commands him to serve in his mines. Planting the seed for future development and transformation. While far away, the antagonist Akar Castle observes the chaos from his lair, plotting to exploit the chaos to expand his power and influence over the 10 Towns. The magic of Crinchiniban stirs ambitions within Castle, who envisions leading an unstoppable army of goblins and giants against those who have slighted him. This chapter is rich in themes of bravery and loyalty. Yeah, we understand that. Yeah. This chapter is rich in themes, and I'm like, yeah, it's a book. It's good stuff. I really enjoyed the
You know what I don't like about the summary?
that we won the battle. What?
No, they didn't go into detail about the fight between Triss and Heavestack. Triss
Yeah.
literally gutted him.
Well, I don't want that detail. That's nice. Yeah,
I
don't
remember
like...
the book being like, and all his
I
guts were coming
know.
out.
Thank you. I forgot about that. I didn't need a memory. Thank you.
Like the book really
Okay.
makes... No, let me
Shush! Get out of here!
You don't let me finish my
No.
sentence. Come on.
No.
Yes.
No.
I was about to say the book really makes you believe that Heavestack's a goner and he's not gonna come back.
Okay, I thought you were.
And that it smacks you in the face when he does.
Yeah, but I didn't need to know about the, I don't want to remember about the guts and stuff.
Oh.
Where's my fluffy rainbows? But yeah, I'm happy that they did all do survive, and we got a new orphan member. Yay! All the good guys survived. What fluffy rainbows? Fluffy rainbows, exactly.
Heavestack poured his fluffy rainbows everywhere.
Alright, chapter 9. In this chapter, we find Regis, a halfling, enjoying a laid-back day by the lake at the Lonely Wood, where he was settled after returning from Brian Chandler. Regis reflects on his life, noting how he has grown comfortable and a bit lazy during his time there. Oh, yeah.
That's a way to say it.
Often fishing, but rarely catching anything significant. He relishes his peaceful days disconnected from the burdens of the leadership after stepping down from the town's spokesman. Lonelywood has thrived, capitalizing on its reputation of the desirable settlement in the region, and Regis cleverly negotiates a share of profits from the new settlers who want to fly the town's banner. Yeah, he's a colony. Amid this tranquility, Regis observes all the ongoing tensions between neighboring towns, Targos and Tourmaline, which has been at odds since the aftermath of the Battle of the Brine Chandler. Despite some brief moments of goodwill, old rivalries reunite, leaving the communities of 10 towns fractured and contributing to Lonelywood's unexpected growth as they attract newcomers. The narrative then shifts to Wolfgar, a towering barbarian. This is Wolfgar is who got rescued for the orphanage. And the AI did not summarize this, but
Wolfgar wanted to smash Bruner's head in. Instead, Bruner smashed his head in and then was like, "You boy, you're gonna work in my mines."
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically what happened.
Also, the AI did not summarize, but this is like 5 years later, so all of this is
Almost
now
5 years.
It's about 5 years
He was
later.
supposed to work in the mines for 5 years and a day.
Yeah, but I'm just for this chapter. We're like we're in the future now. We're like 5 years. This time has passed since that battle that we just
Actually, we are like
had.
2 weeks away from him leaving the mines.
Yeah, but it's about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like 5 years of time right here for chapter 9. Is we're around 5 years later. Working in a dwarven forge under the Brunnar battle hammer. As Wolfgar hammers into iron into shape, he reflects on how time has spent to servitude to the dwarves has transformed him. Initially resentful, he came to respect Brunnar and greatly appreciates the skill he has developed as a smith. Wolfgar's transformation is profound. He finds pride in his craft and gradually sheds his earlier anger and misunderstanding towards Brunnar, realizing he has no longer desire to repay a debt in violence. No more violence for the barbarian who knows barbarian things, you know. But don't unicorns fart out rainbows? That's they're just rainbow-tastic. Nice time travel. Yeah, you get a little, you know, you get a little break from the war that happened, and little grow up as well. The characters grew up a little bit. So Regis has just got more, you know, conning people out of money.
No, he's still being, at the core, the same person. He's always been lazy. He always wanted easy winnings. And he got his ultimate Zen mode because now he gets taxes from all the people.
Yeah. Overall, the chapter enriches development of Regis and Wolfgar, showcasing themes of change and maturity. Okay, that's the summary right here for chapter 9. Chapter 10 is The Gathering Gloom. Or The Gathering. Oh,
yeah, the previous chapter kind of forgot to focus on Wolfgar's fear of actually leaving. He's not looking forward to the end of his tenure.
They do, not only that, they do kind of brush on it again when he's talking to Canterbury anyway.
They revisit it later.
They revisit it.
But in that chapter, a huge point was that Wolfgar was conflicted because he kind of likes being in service to Brunner and his dwarves. And at the same time, he's trying to put up the strong front. You know, the leftover barbarian inside him, basically. I'm a strong man, I can't have feelings for this dwarf, right? But at the same time, he's, like, really warmed up to Brunner and Canterbury.
But everybody likes Brunner.
Yes!
He's Papa Smurf.
Yes, he is! Papa Smurf with an axe!
Papa Smurf with an axe. Alright, chapter 10, we go into ongoing conflict between the tribes of the spine of the world takes center stage. Torga, an orc, confronts Grok. And this is Car's, we go back to Car. This is 5 years later for a Car. Torga, an orc, confronts Grok. Uh-oh. A goblin, as they are forced to put aside their violent history to serve ambitious wizard Akar Kessel. As they enter Kessel's tower, Crystal Triath, it becomes clear that he has amassed a formidable army consisting of not only goblins and orcs, but also ogres, trolls, verbeeg, and even frost giants, all drawn to the Crinchiniban, a powerful crystal shard Kessel wields. Kessel is portrayed as a power-hungry character who reveals his growing domain. Oh yeah, we know. While struggling against the invisible desire, sometimes AI describes things like we never read it before. Like that.
I remember this chapter. There was basically 2 key pieces to take away from this one. It was focusing on all of the different tribes that Akar was slowly putting under his thumb. And you could feel how the orcs and the gnomes... Was it gnomes? I don't know. Goblins. Orcs and the goblins. How they basically hated each other. You could see that...
And the giants, too. Not only that he got control over the barbarian tribe.
Yes, that came later.
No, this was his tribe, this one.
Later in the chapter, I mean. It basically focused on the divide between their minds shattering. It was on one side, their minds was still like, I hate your guts, I want to knock your head in, and what Crinchiniban forced on them. You have to work together. In reality, they want to smash each other's head in. And at the end, Crinchiniban won. And they had to work together, despite hating each other's guts.
We also got into the...
This was also where Ur2 got summoned.
Yes, okay, so we also have that. Ur2, the demon in the beginning of the prologue that we saw was working with the Licious for the Crystal, he got summoned by a
apprentice.
Basically, apprentice wizard that was like obsessed with summoning demons, and basically Ur2 usually ignores those calls, but since he was kind of sensing the Crinchiniban, and he really wants this crystal because it's very powerful, and he saw it getting made, and overall he knows that he can be a conqueror of it. But he saw that opening to the world because of that apprentice, and he kind of made it. He made it out. He killed the apprentice and went searching for the crystal, where he found Kessel, and Kessel kind of made a deal with him. Hey, I'm not gonna live forever. You can get the crystal after I go, but you need to help me conquer the 10 towns. So he made a little deal with him. And they also made a... and that's where I think he summoned... No. The barbarians were later. See, I am also squishing things together. The barbarian, where he took over barbarians were later. So chapter 11 is...
Yes, that one.
In this chapter we dive deep into Brunor's Battlehammer, a highly anticipated quest to create the legendary weapon. I think this is probably my favorite chapter.
Yes, this is Bruner's time to shine.
Yeah. He makes Agnes Fang. The chapter opens with Brunor nervously unlocking a dusty old chest hidden away in the Dwarven complex, containing treasures that have been untouched for years. Among the trinkets, he uncovers precious materials, a block of mithril, a gold coffer, and a silver scroll tube, all essential for his masterwork. Brunor recalls his wise words of his late father about a rare opportunity for a smith to create a perfect weapon, a moment that can be defined as a craftsman's life. This is Brunor's moment. He is determined to honor his father's legacy. He sets up his hidden forge at the base of the Kelvin's Cairn, waking the magic of the night during the solstice, a time when the air crackles with enchantment. The chapter describes how Brunor diligently works through the night to mold the mithril block into a shape of a two-headed hammer, inspired by a powerful vision he had in a dream. As Brunor painstakingly engraves runes of power onto the hammer, we sense the magical atmosphere surrounding him. He captures his magic as he uses a special parchment that reveals ancient symbols. The level of craftsmanship is put into test, where he uses the diamond dust to empower the hammer, enchanting the weapon's magic even further. As Brunor completes the final steps of the creation, the immense power he summons begins to drain him, leading to a dizzying moment of vulnerability. His friend Dritz Duron watches anticipation, worried yet proud, as Brunor pushes himself onto the brick of the hammer, soaks up the diamond dust, flawlessly hinting that Brunor's dedication to the hard work will culminate into a creation of a powerful artifact. In short, this chapter is... So basically, this is where Brunor... dwarves have their ultimate moment of forging. Each dwarf has one, and it's described that you will make the best weapon you'll ever make, and then every other weapon will be nothing like that. And
it's basically dwarven history that every dwarf, once in their lifetime, will be kissed by the muse and have this one moment, that one chance to build something magnificent. And something that will overshadow every other creation they will ever make.
Yeah, and then in Bruno's case, he said he had a dream about it, and it's just everything clicked together. And he was holding these like all of these different trinkets and stuff that were powerful or for a forge for a day when he knew when he would need to use it. So he kind of like hid it away in a room, and that was this mystical scroll which inscribed on that hammer in the night. All the words went onto the hammer. It was really cool. I really like that chapter. I think that's my favorite. I think
that's
overall.
definitely either this or chapter 15. No, was it 14? Chapter 14. Either this or chapter 14.
The day has come. Yes, yes. That's basically what Brodar said. He's like, today's the day, pretty much. The gift to chapter 12. In this chapter, Wolfgar is perched on Brunor's climb, watching for his mentor Brunor return. So Brunor was he kind of left abruptly to go make this hammer, and the hammer was actually a dream that he had for Wolfgar. It was actually Wolfgar's gift. So he often comes here to reflect, but he finds himself missing the dwarf's gruff companionship, revealing a budding friendship despite their constant verbal sparring. Canterbury, Canterbury comes in, you can actually get to see her personality. Bernard's adopted daughter joins him, and they engage in their usual banter. Wolfgar feels a mix of admiration and confusion towards Canterbury. Her intelligence, independence, and beauty unsettle him and spark more profound feelings. Their conversation delves into Wolfgar's inner conflict about honor and unfulfilled vow, revealing that he is destined for a dangerous journey related to his past. Canterbury perceives his worries for Brunar and points out the parallels between Wolfgar and Brunar. Both being proud and stubborn, their exchange highlights themes of identity, growth, and challenge of understanding on oneself and others. Meanwhile, Brunar awakens in a secret forge after a period of unconsciousness where he crafted a magnificent warhammer. He named it Angus Fang. He struggles with his feelings of inadequacy regarding his craftsmanship, unsure if he can ever achieve such mastery again. Bernard is relieved to find a friend, Drutzora. Yeah, Dritz was kind of like watching the whole time in the back, just watching Bernard.
Yeah, but he didn't want Bruno to feel like he's being babysitted, so he did it from the shadows, just to make sure he's safe.
Because afterwards, Bernard actually he passed out.
Then he faked like he was camping nearby and shit, waiting with food for
him. Waiting for food. He representing the camp.
That's our farming.
I'm just here randomly.
Yeah. Definitely not here to give you some noms after your big forge.
Totally not here to give you power breakfast.
Yeah, that was cute. That was adorable. As Bruno contemplates Wolfgard's future and acknowledges his growth, he decides Wolfgard needs training from Dritz before winter arrives. He generously gifts Wolfgard the Warhammer, a symbol of trust and responsibility. My gosh, the emotion they put in this AI representation of this is just this was made for Wolfgard. This was not like a gift. This was just his. This was his in the beginning. Everything was just for him. It was made for him. It was like a destiny kind of thing. That weapon was his. Wolfgar must never use it against the 10 townspeople. He said that he shouldn't use it against the 10 townspeople if he gets this hammer, which he applies to. Wolfgar is overwhelmed yet honored by this gift. Recognizing its quality and significance, Bruno walks away, harboring emotions hidden beneath his tough exterior. Well, the chapter closes as Wolfgar's feeling a blend of gratitude and excitement about his future, settling the stage of the warrior he is destined to become. Throughout this chapter, themes of friendship, honor, and self-discovery resonate, showcasing the complexity of relationship and personal growth with the harsh world. I like that chapter.
That one was awesome.
With to be honest, those two just connecting is really nice. I think it's really cute. Wolfgar has this father figure that kind of cares for him, Bernard.
Also, let's not forget the section where Celebree was basically wiping the floor with Wolfgar.
Yeah. He's not used to like this like
Basically telling him, "Oh, dude, you're being stupid. You've
Yeah.
got feelings for the dwarf. Admit it."
Yeah, because it's a barbarian pride.
Yeah, they're too proud to admit that they like each other.
Yeah, and he's like he's not sure about Canterbury because she's like very upfront and stands up for herself, and usually
And
the women for the
have nothing to say in barbarian society.
yeah, they're like very yeah.
So he's like totally stunned when there's a power woman like her.
Handling justice.
Yeah. Exactly. When there's like this power woman just like wiping the floor with him, telling him the way things are.
He does not like that, no. He just does not want to listen. For chapter 13, in this chapter, we dive into the dynamics of power of ambitions of Car Castle. The wizard and the wielder of the Crinchiniban orchestrates a military campaign involving frost giants led by the Bigoran. Castle emphasizes the importance of secrecy, commanding Bigoran, showcasing his ambitions and desire to control despite his bravado. There's an underlying bravado, yeah. Bravado. There's an underlying current of insecurity, especially as he interacts with Erito, a demon overshadowing him. Erito subtly questions Kessel's judgment, advising him to heed Conchiniban's counsel. Yeah, Erito's like, hey, this crystal knows how to like conquer things. He's conquered many things, and Kessel's like, you can't tell me what to do, because he'll do what the crystal says, but he'll probably do something like not exactly like he's supposed to. Like, Crystal's like, you're supposed to talk to this person. And we're like, well, I want to talk to this guy instead. He'll go to the same direction, but he's trying to do his own thing.
The thing is, Crinchiniban is smart. Crinchiniban is like, send a little scout troop that doesn't draw suspicion. Send human slaves over, right? They will blend in, nobody will know. Instead, he's like, I'm powerful. And he's got like this complex because he was always meek and minor. So he now has to be big, show-offy, right? So he sends the biggest creature he has in his employ, which is a group of Werbeek. And they are like anything but blending in.
Not
right?
only that, he likes to find the crystal. Like he's like, I can do better, pretty much.
He wants to show a little bit of control. He's like, I'm in charge, kind of thing. Because he's never been in charge before. And he often goes against Crinchiniban's advice simply to spite it.
Exactly. The wizard rallies the power of the shard to assert his dominance, but Erito's growing discontent hence a future with conflict. Meanwhile, the barbarian King Heefstag makes a dramatic entrance into Kessel's domain, full of contempt for the wizard, the enslaved woman who served him. Yeah, Kessel is creepy with his women. Ew.
Yeah, that section was so weird.
Ew.
This is also something we can't say on stream.
No, there's some like weird. He has like, you know what he makes me think of? It makes me think of Star Wars, where you have Princess
Jabba.
Leia. Yeah,
No, yeah, Jabba, when he was like all of the...
the Jabba with Princess Leia.
If you know, you know.
It was a heart.
Jabba with Princess Leia. Yeah, that's just like that scene. Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, he's a skinnier Jabba the Hutt. For the wizard, enslaved women who serve them, Heefstak's pride and warrior spirit remain intact despite Kessel's attempt to manipulate him into subservience. Kessel's use of a spell forces Heefstak to acknowledge his alliance to the wizard, illustrating the grim reality of Kessel's power over him. As chapter unfolds, we see Heefstak's grapple with the loathing of the Kessel, yet he coerced into compliance, serving a powerful reminder of the dark nature of Kessel's rule, of the length one must go to forge alliance in the Trestian landscape. Overall, the chapter rich themes of power dynamics, balance, fear aspect. But yeah, basically in this chapter, Castle's trying to be a little bit control of the crystal, like like Horwick said, I got the big guys here. and he's trying to get in control of the barbarians. So he basically got into Heastag's mind, and they're planning something with the barbarians.
I mean, that AI summary wasn't too bad, because that chapter really was all about power. It was about Castle establishing a foothold, being like, I'm in charge. Grand Shinibon was trying to force its mind in, didn't succeed. Then there was Heavestag's return, which was completely unexpected at that point. We literally expected him to die from being gutted before.
Yeah.
And this was like this surprise comeback thing. If this was a TV show, this would be the triumphant return of Heavestag, right?
The thing is, they didn't really... I think they might have said it in chapter 4, because we're on chapter 14 or summary now. But the reality is that most of the tribes died in that fight with 10 towns. So,
Exactly.
And Heavestags is pretty much the only tribe.
Which, by the way, don't get ahead of yourself. This is part of chapter 15.
This is 14 summary.
No. What you just summed up about the tribes being almost wiped out. That was a big part of 15.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Because that was when Trist and
See,
Wolfgar
it's
were
also
talking.
like blends together. It kind of blends together a little bit, chapter summaries.
Yeah, 14 and 15 are all about the barbarian tribes and what happened to them after the big fight 5 years ago.
This is with Wolfgar. So Brunar wanted Dritz to train Wolfgar. He's a little adopted barbarian that he enslaved for 5 years. I mean, he took care of for 5 years and then he let go. He was in the mines for 5 years. So now we have this chapter's Lavender Eyes. This is with Wolfgar and Dritz.
14. Okay, never mind.
In this pivotal chapter, the story revolves around Wolfgar, the young barbarian, and his transition as he prepares to leave the dwarven town to lead from the legendary Drow Ranger. Slavery? No, it's adopting. That's not. He was in debt because he was a bad barbarian, and he went to jail for a little bit. That's what he went to dwarven jail, pretty much.
Barbarian yearns for the mines.
He was in the dwarven jail, pretty much. He did his servitude for being a bad barbarian. His life exchanged for 5 years with the dwarves. Emotionally conflicted, both Wolfgar and Brunar, his dwarf mentor, show their worries about their separation as a bright morning sun tries to lift their spirits. Oh. Canterbury, a spirited character, and Wolfgar, spirited character. A Wolfgar friend.
That's a way to say it.
Playfully teases them, highlighting Wolfgar's departure and the lessons he will learn. She recognizes the bond between Wolfgar and Brunar and teases Wolfgar's pride, hinting that he needs to embrace humility. As the two arrive at the meeting spot, they find Dritz waiting, shrouded in a shadow due to the sensitivity to the sunlight. Yeah, he can't handle the sun. Wolfgar's confrontation with the Dritz begins on a rocking note, filled with prejudice toward the Drow, whom he disdainfully refers to as the Dark Elf. Despite Wolfgar's angry reaction, Brunar stands by Dritz's capability as a teacher, assuring Wolfgar that Dritz will focus solely on combat training. The physical training begins immediately with Dritz easily besting Wolfgar using his twin scimitars, demonstrating the disparity in their skill levels. The moment serves to deflate Wolfgar's pride with emphasizing the need for him to learn discipline. As time passes, Wolfgar starts to adapt to his new life under the Dritz's guidance. The lessons are intense, and while Wolfgar struggles with his stubborn pride, he begins to improve considerably, learning from his mistakes and growing despite respect Dritz as a mentor. I like this chapter as well because it has like this. Slowly Wolfgar becomes a better person. Kind of Dritz kind of like slowly teaches him different things and make him realize things over time, even if it was like a silent kind of teaching.
That chapter was a speed run in character progression.
Yeah.
Like the first half happened over 5 years in Dwarven servitude, where Wulfgar learns to be a normal person, basically. And then the other half of development happens fast forward in this chapter.
In a touching moment, Wulfgar sees a distant campfire evoking a sense of nostalgia for his people. Drizzt provides comforting news about survival of Wulfgar's tribe, and they had banded together after tragic losses. Though Wulfgar admires his tribe's king, Heathstag, Drizzt challenges his viewpoint by emphasizing their true leadership derives from character, not brute strength. The chapter closes with Wulfgar left in deep contemplation, reflecting on Drift's teachings and importance of the idols of honor and character. Drift's influence begins to reshape Wulfgar's perspective, setting the stage for further character development in the journeys together. Yeah, basically Drizzt was like, so Wulfgar sees like the campfire and stuff, and Drizzt is like, well, your the tribesmen, they survived, and Heathstag's alive and everything, and Wulfgar's like praising Heathstag and stuff, and Drizzt is like, he's a brute. He's a brute. You're praising a brute.
Yeah, I think the exact wording was like, what makes a true king? Brute, oppressing their people with brute force, or protecting those that can't protect themselves.
Exactly. He's basically saying that, a king should be there to protect the people and, help
Not
the people,
enslave them.
and not enslave them. Exactly. So we have chapter 15 summary. This is the one we stopped at. And this is where it becomes like a cliffhanger for us. In this chapter, a band of Verbeeg scouts, led by a frost giant named Bigorin, sneaks into the Ten Towns region amid a violent storm. Bigorin, a cunning giant with a disfigured smile. Yeah, he has like no lip, like under lip, so he's always smiling. He got bit by a wolf. So he just got like this. He got this, like, what is it? Creepypasta face.
Mm. I mean, the name is fitting.
Bigorin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying Bigorin, but I was like Big Grin. Okay, Big Grin. Okay. Okay.
There it clicks.
Yeah. Powerful wizard is tasked by the powerful wizard Akar Kessel to prepare for the imminent attack on the 10 towns. Despite their small number and size, the Verbeeg, as they are a fierce group eager for action, but they must remain hidden at the patient under Kessel's order. As the days pass, their cramped cave, the atmosphere grows tense. The giants become restless and hostile, leading to the fights of frustration. Big Grin tries to maintain order, but he realizes he can't contain his aggressive desires much longer. To elevate the tension, he proposes that they scout the area at night, allowing these giants out at a time. One at a time. A small measure revitalizes their spirits as they begin to dream of the victories to come. However, a twist of fate occurs when two unsuspecting dwarves camp nearby to investigate them. Some stone they believe lies under Calvin's Cairn. The Verbeeg scouts spot the campfire despite Big Grin's order to remain cautious. Of them decided to attack. Meanwhile, Drizzt, Duran, and Wulfgar are in the area. They reflect on their past, revealing Drizzt's traumatic memories of slaughtering innocents during the day in the underground cities of the Drow. This conversation deepens their bond and highlights the theme of morality in the face of violence. The Verbeegs, impulsive and eager for battle, eventually charge the dwarves' camp. A fierce fight ensures showcasing the dwarves' resilience and skill. Despite taking on two giants, the dwarves find themselves in a dire situation when overwhelmed by remaining Verbeeg. In the background, Akar Kessel, the architect of the impending assault, remains oblivious of the chaos that is unfolding. His ambitions and hunger for power set the stage for brewing conflict, highlighting themes of leadership, underlying violence, and complexity of loyalty among dark creatures. Yeah, this chapter is basically, you have like the big giants, or like they're basically hiding out over on the edge of Ten Towns. This is like the same area that Dritz and Wolfgar are training in. But they don't know that they're there, so no idea just yet. But I'm pretty sure Dritz will figure it out because he likes roaming the towns. He likes roaming the area, so he'll figure it out soon enough. We don't know though. We don't know. It's just an assumption.
It's basically the big cliffhanger that shows us that war is brewing, and it's brewing on multiple fronts. There is Triss and Wolfgar training in the area. There were Beak getting impulsive and eager for battle. Then there is, of course, Akar Castle and his,
I'm sad about the dwarves. The cute dwarves were camping and they got attacked.
They kicked ass. Those two dwarfs almost made it out of there.
I'd swear.
Okay, sure. But they almost made it.
Hi, Sonic! Did I miss a bunny stream? You did, because this is a hair stream. Sorry. Alright, you guys. Now we did all the chapter summaries. I'm sorry that took so long. Oh my gosh, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, the 2 hour thing did not work, I tell you.
Alrighty, you guys. Okay, I gave out questions. I gave out questions during like a couple weeks ago. Do you guys remember?
No, because I worked until 5 minutes before we started the stream.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost.
All right. Almost. Okay. So, I mean, it's like in the book club notes. I mean, it's like I've written down. It's like,
Yeah, that's why.
I wrote it down here. So you didn't have to like type anything out to write it. I'm gonna ask, just gonna ask these like to each of you guys, and you guys can answer. And I want to make sure you guys, when people are answering questions, do not interrupt. And
Why are you looking at me?
What? I'm looking around the room. I'm looking around the room here. I'm going. My head's going everywhere. Okay. I'm in a digital environment here. Give me slack. When Dawn's speaking to her chat, she goes, "Hey everybody," and then she just looks around the room. Looks around
What?
the room.
No.
Right?
You can't prove that.
Can't prove that.
I say as I stare at the walls, I'm like, no, I don't.
Hello, chat. Looks at the walls. Hey, this is the best we can do. It's digital book club, okay? All right.
Put
So
the hair back in the box.
while I'm answering these questions, you guys, if you want to share any pictures, like if you made some pictures of you, like with the book or something, you don't have to put like your face or anything. Just like, in a different area, like with the, some coffee. We have some pictures from 4 a.m. I took one as well. I think it'd be fun to have like some little photos. So if you guys want to I'm gonna share. You guys put some pictures on here, like of you guys like reading and stuff. I'm gonna put them on the stream. Let's see. So I'm gonna be asking these questions here. So, Mi-chan, what's your favorite character so far?
I would say the draw.
The draw.
Yeah, Regis. So even a little bit EP.
Draw or Regis or both? Or Regis?
Yeah, Regis.
Regis? So what do you like about Regis?
No, she is small. Small and just kind of me a little bit, like just lazy.
Just
Doing own
lazy?
stuff and such, yeah.
He's just a bit lazy.
Yeah.
He is a fun character though. I agree on that one. He brings little fun things to to the story. So, what is your favorite part of the book so far that you enjoyed?
Let me think. I think that was the part when they summoned R2, like the demon.
Oh, when they summoned and he was kind of just waiting for the summon,
Yeah,
and then
he
he
was
met with
coming and
a
then
car.
yeah, kind of this part. Like with Regis and Hell. Oh, good.
Okay. All right. And what characters do you dislike so far?
I would also say the one barbarian who got like who was in the mines for the 5 years and steered literally himself.
Wolfgar. You don't like Wolfgar very much.
Yeah.
Well, what do you not like about Wolfgar?
Kind of a little bit stubborn, I would say.
He's because he's stubborn and he
Yes.
doesn't want to listen. And he, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. And maybe because of like his ideas of like women and stuff because of his background.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So, what are your predictions for the book?
I would say that probably in the next couple of chapters that they fighting and meeting all each other, just like kinda meeting, feel like fighting each other, kind of an agreement, and kind of trying to banishing up the demon. I would say. Well, let's see how it's going. Oh,
So, like
sorry,
banishing the demon.
Yeah. Oh,
And...
yeah. And of course, fighting against Arctic Castle.
Yeah, gotcha. So, how are you enjoying the book so far? Would you enjoy reading the trilogy?
Yeah, I would read.
So you enjoy reading the trilogy?
Mm-hmm.
You're looking forward to it? Yeah, same. I'm glad you like the book so far. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
No, I'm good.
So if we have any photos, like I have one on the screen right here.
Sadly not.
We can put some up. I have like a little carousel. Hold on. I can also put up where it just like rotates and stuff for the book club. If you'd like to take some in the future and post them, I will put them on the screen and stuff, and you can kind of share carousel. Alrighty, Nick. What is your favorite character so far? Hello.
So my favorite character is definitely Regis so far because
Regis. Okay, yeah.
Another one.
Yeah, he's just
We just find
I can really identify with being lazy.
I can identify with being lazy.
There was this one scene in the book where he said that he looked on his belly, and with great joy he noticed that it had gotten bigger over the winter.
Yeah, I remember.
He was like, "Well,
yeah, I have the same experience, except I don't feel happiness. I don't feel happiness.
It's like, yeah, peak laziness.
Bro.
Beautiful.
Same.
Our inner Regis is showing. I love it.
Well, least favorite character is Wolfgang.
Oh no.
Oh no, Wolfgar.
He's so stuck up in his old ways. But what I really dislike about him is that he essentially views everything from his traditional point of view. And he really reminds me of like the Skyrim Nord trope. If you played Skyrim.
I have not played Skyrim. I'm actually going to be playing that pretty soon with the whole.
I'm not gonna spoiler you.
Okay.
Don't
But
them.
you will notice it that the Nords, one of the people there, they have maybe one brain cell, and that brain cell is constantly stuck thinking about their land and the Nord ways, and it drove me nuts. I actually hated with growing passion over my playtime of Skyrim.
Oh, like,
like this stereotype.
yeah, gotcha.
And
It's with
and
barbarians, right?
yeah, and now it's basically the same with like barbarians, sort of. Yeah. I really feel that it's basically the same thing.
I can
Yeah.
understand. I can understand. So, what was your
Yeah.
favorite part of the book that you enjoyed? Was that the book with where like got the big tongue? Got the big tongue.
Uh, I
Or which
like
part did
I
you?
like the fight scenes sometimes.
Fight scenes.
I like when they referenced like actual D&D powers, because it's something that I know, and then I can be like point at that and be like, ah, that's something I know. Like,
That is cool that they have that in there.
yeah.
Oh.
For example, I think they had like this gem, and you could quickly realize that this gem was casting from some form of the spell suggestion, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
So it
that
had
was
like a
pretty
different
cool.
D&D elements that were emphasized in the book.
Yeah,
That you
it's
enjoyed.
pretty old D&D though, so a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of it
yeah.
doesn't translate. Also, I really like the scene where Regis hit the guy, like bonked that one guy in the head, and then
Oh
because
yeah.
he was
With
like,
I'll die Bernansen, whatever his name is.
yeah,
Yeah, that
that
guy.
guy.
That guy.
That guy. Yeah.
That guy. Yes. Yeah, weird name.
Because essentially he showed like the gem, and the other guy was stunned, and he was like, Regis was like, that's not fair. Like he really felt like he had an unfair power advantage there, and I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was that. I love the part where he like kind of hid under the body. I thought that was.
Yeah.
It was just like, I'm not a part of this fight. I'm just gonna pretend I'm dead. Blip. He's all about survival. So, what are your predictions for the book so far?
So I think the good guys will win.
Good guy's gonna win. Yeah.
I think the barbarians are gonna have some kind of reckoning, reconciliation, or something. Maybe.
Okay.
Like after they get released from like
You think they're gonna
his
go
name
like with
again?
a car with vengeance
Yeah,
somehow?
no, like
Maybe the crystal like loses its power for a minute, and the barbarians are just gonna go crazy, something like that.
no, more like after they are freed, they're gonna thank the people, and it's gonna be like
Okay. They're gonna have like
yeah,
maybe a change of heart.
yeah, something like
Maybe
that.
Wolfgar will be like the front hold for that.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be a cool idea. So how are
I,
you? Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
I also feel like that they will not be able to immediately destroy the crystal. There will be a whole different thing they have to do in order to destroy it.
So you think it's gonna be like how are they gonna control? Basically, break the crystal and. Well, the thing is, it seems like a car from the book is that he just keeps like taking crystals out of that big crystal
Weakening the
and
main.
weakening it.
Yeah.
So I think a car is gonna be like maybe
His arrogance might weaken it enough.
yeah, maybe he keeps making it less strong. Also, another curious thing is, and I'll put this question out in a minute because I want to talk about the ruby that Regis has because I'm kind of curious what you guys think of that. All right. How are you enjoying the book so far? Would you enjoy reading the trilogy?
Yeah, I enjoyed the book. I liked the book. It wasn't the best book I've ever read, right? But I would continue reading it and also read the trilogy if the book club wanted to go ahead with that.
Okay.
I join you guys. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm happy that you guys are enjoying the book so far. Yeah, I think we might, if everybody is okay with it, we'll keep enjoying the continuation of the Crystal Shard and finish the book series together if you'd like to do that. Alright. Alright, Dawn, what's your favorite character so far? I think I know, but...
We already talked about this.
Yeah! I talked in DMs.
We talked in DMs in our own book club. Sorry.
We have the Rococo Dawn book club in the DMs.
Yeah. Anyway, my favorite is Bruenor. The I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for those like the mom friend or the dad friend. Because I think it's a cute trope. You just have someone who's like...
he just like this father figure, and he kind of like takes care of everybody, and it's just...
Yeah, goes around, kidnaps children, adopts them.
Yeah. Those are not children! A lot of them, wasn't they adults?
Don always had a soft spot for stocky bearded men.
Stalking the bearded men.
Wolfgar was like a teenager.
Yeah,
I guess that's true. You could still... He was adoptable, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Adoptable age.
And then adoptable age! I don't know about the girl he adopted, Canterbury, though. So we don't know
it sounds like
the age.
we actually haven't got the details.
No.
Yeah, they said she's like the same age as him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They did say they
Yeah,
were
and
about
she
the
was
same
adopted
age.
earlier, so I'm assuming she was adopted as like a young child.
He's kind of like the orphanage guy.
Yeah, he's like the orphanage guy.
Maybe like the Yakuza dad.
It makes
Are you
sense
saying
that
he's
children yearn
Kiryu?
for the
Yeah,
mind.
Kiryu also opens the orphanage. Just like adopts everybody.
The children yearn for the mines. It makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, Wolfgar he did enjoy it, so I mean, come on.
Yes,
There's a truth in there.
I'm
There's a
right.
truth in there. All right, what was your favorite part in the book so far that you enjoyed?
I did enjoy how the Regis part in the fight in the battle. Where he was like the entire time he was just trying to get out of it without looking like he was trying to get out of it. So like he went into the alley in order to get away from the fight, right? And then someone comes in and he's like, "Oh, I saw someone running this way. That's why I'm in this alley."
Yeah.
No, he wasn't avoiding the fight, right?
Yeah, he thought it was somebody avoiding it.
Yeah, and then he bonks it.
I remember he was like,
right?
if we go now, we can still catch him.
Yeah, we can still catch him. Come on. And then he bonks the guy, and immediately he's like, "I can make this work for me.
Yeah.
Let me just hide under this core." It was great. And then the scene after where he's just chilling, and they're talking about how he's used it to his advantage. I do like that guy. Very fun.
I have like a love-hate with him.
Yeah, I was
in my
about to say,
opinion.
I love to hate Regis.
I have this. I tend to like, which is weird because I said I like Bruno the most, but I also tend to like characters that I would lovingly punt into the sun. You know.
Yeah. You love to hate him.
Love to hate him.
He's a cute little guy. He does a.
He's like I said, he's like an anti-hero a little bit because he's kind of, helping people, but he's in it for himself,
He's an opportunist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, he accepted the drow. A lot of people do not. Like,
Because he protected his house.
that's true. So I mean, like, it was
He's a simple man.
he's a simple man.
He's like, I've got a free bodyguard. Great, I like that.
Why would I not like the guy? He protects me.
That's true. That's true. Love hating or hating to love, exactly. So, what characters do you dislike so far?
It's kind of a Wolfgar hate train.
Scar.
Because I also don't like him.
You know what's funny? You ask everyone which character to dislike so far, and not a single one said the big bad guy.
I know! No one said a car!
Nobody
That's
said,
like
I hate this castle, dude. No.
Yeah, the guy
Everyone's like the developing character that's clearly being set up to be an important character in the story. I hate this dude.
No, see, I was gonna say that because I'm like, I don't like him right now, but I can tell that he's clearly being set up that they're gonna like
It's obvious.
Yes, he has
undo
some
all that
promise.
shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
He's on a
currently
redemption
at chapter
arc.
15. It's like, ugh. But he's like meant to be hated. I do hate a car. He is.
He's new.
Where do you start?
Where do you start now? I was like, oh, when I read the one chapter with the, okay, you guys, we're going to do the say-so, right? We're doing the Star Wars Jabba the Hutt with the Leia, okay? That's the most say-so I can say, okay?
And it's still not even close.
Yeah.
We don't have to. It's okay.
It's the Jabba
And,
the
we can
Hutt.
just end it at
the
a
Leia's
car
true.
is a piece. I can't
yeah.
say swears. But if I could swear, I would say many of them, and that would describe him
gosh.
perfectly.
Yeah.
He's not redeemable.
That's my feelings.
There's no redeemable factors in there.
He wasn't redeemable from the start. He was being introduced. Within the
that's true.
first 5 lines, he murdered somebody.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like I just don't say Elcar as the first guy because, like, in my brain, it's like he's, obviously the bad guy, meant to be hated, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's true, but
Right.
I mean,
So it's like,
It's
let
too
me pick
easy. This is the obvious answer.
He's too easy
Yeah.
to hate. Let me pick the little guy who's still learning.
become a little guy. All right, what are your predictions up for the book? Pizza the Hut. Yep.
Well, everybody kind of said, well, at least I'm assuming that, like, because you're already seeing it in chapter 15 that he's starting to question it, so I'm assuming that Wolfgar's gonna have the redemption arc coming,
Yeah.
or like the realization arc,
Mhm.
where he's like, oh, I shouldn't actually like these things about this, my people, right? And maybe I should look at it differently.
Yeah.
And I think they had a line about him, like, oh, how he's gonna, like, in the earlier chapters, they were like, little did they know he's gonna change, like, the place or whatever. I think they have a line like that. Am I insane? Yeah. So I think they're gonna go
Yeah,
somewhere like that.
they did a little hint that he was gonna be like, that he's gonna be this important character.
He's
Changing.
the linchpin.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the change that is needed. All
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
How are you enjoying the book so far? Would you enjoy reading the trilogy?
No.
Ah!
No, I just
What?
wanted to see how you'd react.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like, what? Nani?
Obvious response. Well, that's great. We've got 15 more chapters to go.
But yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah, but
I am
15 more.
enjoying the book. I would like to read the trilogy.
Oh, I'm glad.
Very close.
No, I think it's a good. I like it a lot as well. All right. So, least but not last, we have Horwick.
Actually, last but not least, but thank you, you tried.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic. Okay. Give me some slack. All right. What's your favorite character so far?
Easy. Bruno. Papa Smurf with an X. Do I need to say more?
Yeah, what do you like about it?
Well, there's obviously the fact that he's running the goddamn orphanage. The way he easily just knocked out Wolfgar, just being like smack done. That was pretty awesome. And I kinda like his backstory with the Mithril Hall and that he's bound to the positive traditions that comes from his father. The whole forging the Aegis Fang stuff and having this one moment in their life that is so important. I think that was kinda cool and I just kinda like the trope.
All right. What is the favorite book? Was your favorite part of the book that you enjoyed so far?
That would be chapter 14, I think it was, where Wolfgar was training with Drizzt, where he realized what it means to be a good king, or a good person in general, right? That you should protect the weak rather than, enslave them.
It's a character development. You like the
Yes,
character development.
where he basically realized that the barbarian traits, everything that they've been standing for, aren't necessarily good traits. I think that was a very important part of the book, and I think it's going to lead up to more.
Oh, what's your predictions for the book?
Well, we kind of skipped over a thing, but that's okay.
Oh, what? Sorry. What characters do you dislike so far?
I'm going the easy route. It's definitely our car. That Jabba the Hutt scene just broke me.
Ah!
That was just too much. That was bad.
Yeah.
I did not like that. Clearly makes him a good villain in my book.
Yeah, it feels like, because obviously Star Wars is from the 80s. It feels like an 80s kind of scene or something, like old world kind of,
Yeah.
like conquer kind of scene. I don't know how else to say.
I don't know, I just didn't like it.
No. Ugh.
But it clearly established him as my number one bad guy. The one I hate the most.
All right. So, what are your predictions for the book?
Ooh, okay. I clearly think that Wolfgar is being set up for a big role. Dawn already said that. He's, in my opinion, this is gonna be very specific here. This is just me guessing. Heathstack is the current de facto king of the barbarians, right?
For the elk.
Yeah.
Tribe of the elk.
Bjork has nothing to say anymore. The other tribes are all basically eradicated. And the elk tribe is basically the only leftover piece. There's splinter factions, of course, but they are all following the elk, right? So Heathstack is currently the king. But he doesn't have much to say because he's being enslaved by a car's magic. And even before that, he wasn't a good king. He was ruling with brute force. Basically everything that Wolfgar is learning is bad. A king should be there for his people and not the other way around. And I think we're gonna reach a point in the book where in some kind of way Heathstack is gonna die. And whenever that's gonna happen, once Akar is defeated, the Shard banished, whatever is gonna happen, I think that Wolfgar is gonna ascend as the new barbarian king. And he's gonna be a good king that's going to unite all the people of the tundra. Because he's been taught by good people. Brunor, Drizzt, and he's gonna have absorbed all of those good pieces from everywhere, and he's gonna use that knowledge to build a better future. I think that is what the whole thing's gonna end with.
Gotcha. All right. How are you enjoying the book so far? Would you enjoy reading the trilogy?
It's definitely a simpler book. I'm used to way more complex literature. But I like it. It's very easy to read. Just because it's easy to read doesn't mean it's bad. I like having easy reads. It's actually very relaxing. And I'm definitely gonna read the trilogy regardless of whether we are featuring it in a book club or not. Simply because I want to know where the story ends.
It's that good. That good.
This is my Twilight.
My
Okay.
He's egging me up about my Twilight. Dawn, you should probably read Twilight. It was good.
No, please don't. No sparkly
I am
vampires.
not reading Twilight.
It's good. It's good.
No. You don't you dare say those words to me.
See, instant discredit for the book club. It's like
I
the
like
host says Twilight's been good.
okay. It was
Chad, I don't think I
fun.
can go to book club anymore.
It was fun when I was lonely, okay? Because I like a sparkly man.
It's a lonely girl fantasy with sparkling vampires.
It's amazing.
Not
It's
what I
a girl
expected.
fantasy. I'm also
Yeah,
a
yeah.
woman. I feel fantastic.
Are you also fantasizing about sparkling vampires?
No, see, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, don't say it's a girl fantasy now.
There's also
Okay,
wolf
let's
guys.
put it the other way around. Do you think it's a guy fantasy?
No,
See?
I think it's a Rococo fantasy.
Maybe I should read Twilight. Okay, go read Braxton. It's go read Twilight. He wants the sparkly guy.
Yeah, he wants
Like
the
it.
sparkly vampire guy. Great. Well, now we know what the audience
Dawn.
is.
I think you'd like it. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
doubt it.
no,
Yeah, I
would
bet you.
not
You like
it.
romance. You like
The
romance.
things
fantasy.
the things I've seen snippet. I've seen snippets of Twilight.
That's the
I
movie.
hate.
The book ain't
No,
better.
I've seen snippets from the book. Like,
Oh no.
Have you read some
Yeah.
of the highlight lines how to describe Edward?
He's very
yeah,
sparkly.
I literally. I watched that video. I think I watched a video essay on Twilight. That's what I've done. And it had
God.
snippets from the book where they just took screenshots and they're like, "Here's a paragraph of what they said." And I'm like,
A
"No."
sparkly guy.
Oh. I hate
It's not-
those guys.
What? You don't have to like Edward. They give you the wolf guy.
I hate that guy
Travel guy.
too.
Well, I mean,
You mean better Wolfie?
oh my gosh.
Tell me we're not talking about Twilight anyway.
Why sparkly though? Because he's a vampire. Vampires sparkle. It's a book I read long time ago though.
This is how I write my
like-
movie reviews, right?
Yeah.
That's a movie I've watched. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I mean, I wouldn't buy the book, but I read the book. I wouldn't buy the book.
I'm being honest with you, I would rather buy the book and not read it.
Because my friend had it. She gave it to me to read. Okay, I read the series. I didn't buy it.
Okay, let's put it this way. I would pay money to not have to read the book.
Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's not that bad. But it is aimed at like it's aimed at how do they say this? It's aimed at insert lonely girl here because it has like this normal girl-esque thing where they kind of you insert yourself into it. That's how it is. So you're like it makes you feel like you're in this mystical like
It's a wallflower fantasy book.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun. But is it from my favorite book? I like the Howl series, and I like this one better. But it's it's fun to read. That's what I'm saying.
I still think you need to read the third Howl book. This is so your lore. You know how Dawn is like, this is my stuff. I feel like
Crystal
you stole
Shard
it from me.
is Dawn's lore.
And yours is the third Howl book.
Mine's the third Howl book.
Yes, absolutely.
The magical library.
Yes, magical library. That's
Nothing's
you.
original in this world.
No, absolutely nothing.
The magical library. Hi, Hobbs. Hi. All right. So I'm going to my questions. What my character so far? Favorite character so far? I actually like Brunor a lot.
Yeah, Bruner gang. Let's go.
Yeah, I really like him. He's like the father figure. But I also like Drix a lot as well because of the bad guy turns good kind of thing. I really like the bad guy turns good. And the friendship between Brunor and Dritz is so adorable because they just like kind of they got that bro love. It's so cute.
They do. The Mithril Hall thing,
It's
where they
so
made like the
adorable.
vow to take it back someday, but they don't even remember where it is.
It's so cute, the bro love.
Yeah.
It's adorable. I just love that, you know, they're trying to do the good for the people. They have like this Brunar wants to like bring back the Mithril Hall. He wants to, you know, help everybody. And he's always just like pushing himself out to help people be better and help things be better. And so is Dritz as well. He wants to, you know, he wants to have like he wants to do good. He doesn't want to be the like shamed by his, you know, his race.
He doesn't want to be identified by a stereotype. Mm-hmm. Also, the Mithril Hall it's pretty much Return to Moria.
It's Moria!
Yeah.
Cool. That was cool. So, my favorite part of the book that I enjoyed, I actually liked where they introduced Grunar, and you got to do the backstory of Dritz's kitty, where he was basically enslaved by another drow, and the drow made him do really bad things. And the kitty was basically the, you know, like the magic kitty was he's a hunter, so he likes hunting and stuff, but the drow did it for murder, and it made him
Sometimes for fun.
and for fun, and the cat spirit got depressed about that. And
Which, by the way, was a really good section of the book, because it put Guinevere... It gave it a development arc, because by default, Guinevere's spirit is bound to the idol, right? And whoever owns the idol can control Guinevere. But at the end of the day, when its original owner wanted Drizzt killed, right? Guinevere resisted, and instead, they killed him.
yeah, I
They
think
broke free of the control.
yeah, Dritz helped the kitty out, the cat spirit, and actually became friends with them. And even without the power of the idol, which was I really liked that part of the chapter. I thought that
It's
was
another one of those slavery versus friendship things, right? Its previous owner basically used it as a tool. It enslaved the spirit, right? While Drizzt befriended the spirit, right? And it showed that the friendship between Drizzt and Guinevere was stronger than the control of the idol.
Braxton, are you messing with Horwick on Discord? Me failing multiple times to move Horwick back into the Bookclub VC, so I just disconnected him, moving him. Get out of there! Stop abusing your powers! Galar. Cheshire kittens. Yeah! It kind of makes me think of the little K-pop demon hunter, Derpy.
Derpy's awesome.
Derpy.
But I'm a bigger fan of Sussy.
Likes the sussy.
Yeah. I actually made the hat for the cat, but the bird keeps stealing it.
All right. What characters do I dislike? Okay. So if we're like the obvious is a Carway, that he makes me angry every time I hear like the chapter I have to read. I get like this scowl on my face. I have to read about a car again, and I'm just like, oh no, this guy.
I have a question. Was it the same scene that make you hate him so much? Or was it something else?
When he started bringing the women in, and he started just like controlling people, I just like loathed him so
So
bad.
it was the same scene. Gotcha.
No, there was before that scene. There was
There
two
were
different
two scenes in the book where he did stuff.
Yeah,
Very
this is
questionable
like
stuff.
yeah. This I don't like this guy. He's so arrogant. But I mean he's the bad guy. He's like.
He's supposed to be hated. It's just what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, but this guy is just so like I don't know. I just get mad when I read about him.
You know what
This
this
makes
makes
me
me think
angry.
of? Have you ever had a moment watching a movie where you hate a character so much, and then you realize the actor is doing a really good job being the bad guy?
Yes, I have had that.
And then you kind of like the actor because they're portraying it so well?
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah. He's a good bad guy. If there's another character that I dislike, I'm trying to think. I don't really dislike Wolfgar. I think he's developing. I like that he has promise. And when people have promise, I tend to like get attached to them because I feel like they're redeeming their qualities, right? And Wolfgar he's basically it's his teaching, it's his family, his teachings and stuff.
If anything, it shows promise that he can turn around.
Yes, it shows promise. That's a good character development. It's good to see that people can change and become better. Especially if they have like he's getting over, getting the power of the legendary hammer that he got gifted, and he's still, he's still going on a good path. That means he's not like, oh, I'm free, I'm gonna like hit everybody, and because he could just do whatever he wanted now that he's out of the, he's out of the mines, or he could have done something in the mines when he was there. So he does show promise. So
the thing is, he's very honor bound. As you said, yeah, he could have played along, oh, I'm gonna work in the mines for 5 years, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean he would have the quality to pull through a promise like this, right? He could have easily ditched any day.
Yeah. So I think, I I don't really see any other character that's like not the main character that I dislike. Like,
maybe Cassius. I did not like Cassius.
I didn't like Cassius either, to be honest, but he wasn't
him and
there.
Deep Bernison.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't there that very
But they were
long.
like minor.
Yeah, like they weren't like a big major character yet. So, my predictions for the book, I think that he's just gonna keep pulling like gems out and weaken the gem, and then they're gonna like overpower him or something. That's what I think.
They definitely need to find a way to defeat the shard, because if an angel could not destroy the shard, right?
Yeah.
And this is like one of the most powerful beings, then they need to find a little loophole so they can weaken it.
Yeah.
At least banish it again.
So I think, they need to get rid of that shard. But I think Castle's gonna be his own undoing. Is what I think. I think he's just gonna be like arrogantly, like, messing himself up.
So you think that the story's gonna go in a way where he's basically self-sabotaging?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna make it easy for Dritz, because I feel like Dritz is gonna be seeing through this guy. Dritz is really good at that.
He's very perceptive.
Okay, so I am enjoying the book, and I would like to read the trilogy. I picked this book, by the way, because I really enjoy D&D, and I wanted to get back. I want to get into the D&D lore. So because I kind of wanted to know more about the monsters and more about the people, and this kind of was a little bit a deep dive into like the Dungeons and Dragons kind of.
And it's a little more fun to read than a guidebook.
It's fun to read than a guidebook. That's why I picked this book, and it was a very popular read. But I'm glad you guys are liking it. I have a couple questions, and besides that, we will be wrapping up for this month, and then we'll be meeting back again in a month to read the last chapters of the Crystal Shard. So we'll be finishing this book next month, and then we'll be talking about the book.
I'm actually happy I get to read it again. I've been done for like 2 weeks.
Like, I'm
just like sitting there waiting, and I'm like, I can't read it because then I would be ahead of everyone else.
Sorry, we're slow.
It's okay, I have like 10 other books to read.
Yeah, he's just like reading 10 other books on the side. Alright, okay, so these questions I have for you guys. Okay, so talking points. What do you think the thing Regis has is a ruby? Like, what do you think it is? He got it from a guildmaster Pook that had 12 other gemstones. Thank you for that, thoughts.
So, I think I've mentioned before, I think it's a gem that casts suggestion.
Gem of suggestion
on
from D&D.
I don't know if there's a gem of suggestion. I didn't look it up, and I'm gonna be honest. My knowledge of D&D items is exceptionally limited. My characters usually die frequently,
Yeah.
so I usually
Gotcha.
don't have too many magical items on hand.
Oh, I'm surprised my character's still alive. She's just lucky. she's just lucky.
Blood armor.
The way it dies helps.
I don't have way to die. He's lying.
So my most
She's
recent
just
character,
extremely lucky.
my most recent character almost died twice.
Oh,
But
gosh.
one time, the first time, the DM basically got us out of there because the fight was a lot tougher for us than she imagined. And the second time was essentially PvP forced on us by the DM, and the DM didn't want the other characters to be responsible for my death.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
PvP force. That's horrible. I didn't know.
I mean, we could have resisted, but like
Okay.
we didn't.
They're like, all right. DM's like, now
gotta-
you fight, and they're like, oh,
Now
I
you
guess.
fight, and we were like, let's go. Suggestion.
Uh-oh. DM's being in a car.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Thank you for the love, Robs. I don't know why it did not show up. There's always something. Did not. Invisible hearts. I got pummeled by invisible hearts. So, Ruby of suggestion. Do you think it's like a part of the crystal? Do you think it might be a part of the crystal shard?
No, I think it's just a magic item.
Or do you think it's just a magic item? That's true. We're in the D&D universe. All right. How do you think Dritz figured out about the barbarians attacking? Because I actually I looked at the chapter. I thought I was seeing things because I was doing notes. I could not find where he figured this out. He figured out the barbarians were attacking the 10 towns. But it was not written. Like there's no indication where you got that information. So how did Dritz figure out the barbarians were going to attack? That's what
I think there was something in the book about how he had read the signs of the tundra, that the drums weren't playing right, that the barbarians called for a meeting, and that the barbarians had passed on the opportunity to hunt wild. I think
So he
put
read the
all of that
tundra.
together. Yeah, he put all of that together and then basically read in his way that they basically needed resources, and for those resources they were gonna rob the 10 towns. I think that was it, but I might be wrong. Somebody might know more about this.
You mean about the barbarian invasion?
Yes, he said that Nick said that Dritz kind of read the situation, that they weren't like they weren't hunting and the drums weren't sounding.
They did mention that they were low on resources for the winter, and the winter came in earlier and harsher than expected.
You think Dritz is just this like mastermind of reading situations? Is pretty much it. It's kind of
It
interesting.
could be. He's very perceptive.
That's pretty cool. I think that's kind of interesting.
To be honest, it's the best explanation we have so far.
Yeah, because it didn't say how he knew. Like, I was trying to figure out. Like, he doesn't tell Bruno how he knows. He just says it's gonna
We
happen.
have problems. We need to do something about
And then the
this,
thing
basically.
is, when he investigated the camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
He never seen the barbarians before. You've never seen Di Bernan's De Bernanon, whatever his name. Bernanon, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, okay.
And he'd never seen him before. And he'd never seen any of, like, the barbarians or anything before. So it was, like, all new. He must be, like, this... He can just read the cards. You just don't want to play chess against Ritz, I guess. He'd be the chess champion. He rolled a nat 20. That's how, yeah. Invisible hearts. The DM just told him that's what happened.
Yeah. Metagaming. Dude knows it from the very get-go. He's like, I know the DM. I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, me and DM rolls. All right, you guys. You have any questions or anything that you would like to say?
No, I think your talking points were actually straight to the point. Those were the only two things that I had on my mind where I was like, I wasn't entirely clear about that. Everything else has actually been explained pretty well by the book.
Okie dokie. Have you any questions about the book or the book club, you guys? I hope the 3-hour mark is okay with you guys for the book club. I know that was a bit long.
3 hours seems to work.
I hope that time is okay for you guys. If it's it needs to be shorter, is 2 hours better for you guys, or the 3 is okay?
I'm not sure. I think this 15 chapter mark would have been very rushed if we had tried to compress it into 2 hours. Because you do wanna keep the viewers in mind as well. If someone ever comes back here and watches the VOD, right? They wanna know what went down on the story. So giving a quick summary first might be a good idea, just to get everyone viewing up to par.
Yep.
And then you can go around questioning people that read the book, ask their opinions, and discussions naturally happen at that point, right? Because people will basically revise everything they've seen over and over as they talk about it. And then questions come up and you answer them, right? I think it was well paced.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was a bit worried about that. I was like, oh, I was thinking maybe 2 hours might not be okay.
The one thing I am worried about, so a little bit, and this has nothing to do with the current session, this is gonna be once we start doing full-on books, because you said you wanted to do a whole book and then meet, for a single stream, basically, talking about the book. This is a short book.
Pops, no worries. Take care, and I'll get to you in a minute. 1 second, Braxton.
This was a short book, right? We're talking like, what is it, 300 pages in paperback, right? Something like that?
So I think something like that, yeah.
And it takes us about 3 hours to casually do the first half of the book. So we can discuss about 150 pages in 3 hours. If we're doing a single stream for a whole book in the future, then you will probably turn this into a rather long discussion. It will naturally grow to double the size, I think.
Yeah, on each chapter. If we read
just
the
the
whole
summary
book.
alone takes a while.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, you want to get through the chapters. Go ahead. Huh? Did somebody say something? Okay. What do you have a question, Brax? What's your question? Why Dorp?
Thank you for the YouTube sub.
I don't know why.
Bunnies!
Thank you, Valentian. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Magical Library, where you just become a dust bunny. Welcome. We are wrapping up today's book club. If you guys want information on joining the book club, you can !a book club, and you can join in. We are open for members. Welcome. So, do you guys have any more questions or any concerns or anything about the book club that I can, if you'd like to talk about? Just let me know. I am open for ears.
Well, just one. When is the next one?
Yes, I will be posting that next week around... No shrimping! Monday or Tuesday. I will not shrimp. Thank you for the buster check. My internet is dying. I just wanted to give headbots. Oh, thank you for the headbots. Uh-oh. I'm sorry the internet is dying. Uh-oh, no. Oh my goodness, the headbots come through? Ooh. We're breaking. They're breaking. Hold on, you can also do head pats on. I do a cheat code on YouTube because there's free head pats on YouTube. There's free head pats on YouTube. There's just no command for that. There we go. Thank you for the head pats. Alright, so I think that's about to wrap things up. How did you guys like the session? Are you enjoying book club? I hope I'm doing a good time, or I hope I'm doing okay leading it for you guys. I'm always open for improvement. Yes, very fun. I'm glad. If you guys haven't, please go follow Not Dawn and Mi-chan here. They're both really amazing streamers. Dawn's streaming book club as well. Follow everyone, exactly. Follow everyone. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed a book club. Let's see. So our next one is gonna be... It's usually a month from here. So if you want like an estimate, it's probably gonna be... Let me know. So this is the 7th. So it'd be the October 7th. But not October 7th. It'd be October... Sunday. It'd be on a Sunday, so it's October 12th.
Alright.
So it'd be October 12th. It'd be the next... Should be... Yeah. October 12th would be the next book club. It gives you a month to read the last chapters. If you guys haven't, also make a Goodreads account. You can...
I still have to do that.
Make a Goodreads. So you can track your progress in the book. And it also gives you suggestions, so you can get into maybe reading some other books that are that you're not reading in the book club. If you'd like to, you know, expand your horizon, if you're not already, if you're a new reader, it does help you, give you suggestions on really cool and some good books that might be interest to you, especially on what you like to read. So those are really nice. And you can also befriend each other on there as well, and a little support group. If you'd like, you can take some pictures, you know, little fun pictures for the stream right here. You can see right here of you reading the book. Maybe in fun scenarios. Maybe you're on a roller coaster. Can you do that? It's like, you can't. You're not supposed to. Don't AI in that. If you're on a roller coaster reading Crystal Shard,
Okay.
you can't make an AI manipulation. I'll see that. Maybe hanging upside down. Yeah, hanging upside down.
Bungee jumping, reading the Crystal Shard.
People screaming in the background, and you're reading a book. Just a normal day. But if you like the little fun scenarios, you can have little stuff for the book club. Post them in there. You have can show how you guys read your book. On top of volcano reading, yeah. I'm enjoying my toasty toes. Reading the crystal shard. Placing myself as my inner what do you call it? Obsession with the crunchini bun. Keeping me warm. Alrighty, let's wrap it up. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Alrighty. We are hit around 3 hours and 14 minutes mark. Okie dokie. So, let's start on a raid. Dawn, are you gonna be still streaming?
Yeah, I've been sitting here. I'm like, please, I need to go continue my Silk Song addiction.
Oh.
Of course you're doing that one. I knew it. That was the first thing I was thinking about. I was like, oh, they released Silk Song. Well, what's Dawn gonna do for the next 3 months?
Exactly.
I was like, I got the itch. I got the itch.
Like 20 minutes ago, you said you were like, oh yeah, okay, let's wrap things up, and I was like, yay, like changed category, and then I've been sitting here, I'm like, I'm having withdrawals.
I'm having withdrawals. Uh-oh.
You should.
Dawn's having withdrawals. You have everybody. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna raid into ya, Dawn.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am going to play.
Alright, you guys are gonna raid into Dawn, who's gonna be playing Silk Song. If you like story games. Hey, I'm sorry, Dawn! It was so stressed out. You're like, oh. Do they have a Silk Song book? Maybe we'll have
I have to go touch grass, goddammit.
Oh no, somebody's making you touch grass before oh, ouch. That's painful. Poor Dawn.
Well, I ran into water anyway.
Poor Dawn. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Horwick. Thank you for coming to. Yeah.
No problem.
I hope you
Always
guys
a
enjoyed
pleasure.
it. I hope you enjoyed the book club. I'm having a blast. It's a
Glad
good.
to be here.
Yeah, appreciate it, Nick. Thank you.
Just kind of a little bit EP.
Yeah, you had a long stream, Michan. You gotta get some relaxation.
At some point, I'm dead from the inside.
I'm getting invisibly beat up right now. I better go. I have invisible things coming after me. Ah. Thank you, everybody. It was lovely. Bye-bye. I shall try to put a little notice later for some kind of schedule.
I'm already
Good
ready.
stream. Let's go. Good stream.
God, she's still there.